Hey, there it is. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Thursday's live stream. Right? Really weird doing a live stream here today. I like it though. How are you guys liking it? How's everybody doing, by the way? Aw, love you too, Jan. Hi, Cosmo Bear. Hi, V-Bug. Angel, Shelly, Tiger, Vicnoid, Claire Bear, Tammy. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you to all of my moderators. Let's see who else is here. Little Acorn. Hi, how's it going? How are you? Let's see, who else do we have here? Who else do we have here? All right. Alyssa, how's it going? How's it going? Claire Drury, she's going all the way back up. And Janet, how's everybody doing? We are here today. Like I said, I do love this. I really enjoy that we're able to collaborate and that we're able to piece these things together. And even though we're not all together in the same room, getting this, crime board put together, we're still able to make it happen. We're still able to make it happen through the chat and through the comments and adding all the extra details that everybody knows. So I am really thoroughly enjoying this. And for all of you who had a question about tomorrow, yes, I will be live tomorrow. It's going to be up to you guys. I'll leave this one up to you. I'll put up a poll for everybody, but I'll leave it up to you if we want to continue for tomorrow, at least, if we want to continue going down the Nichol Kessinger rabbit hole and putting stuff together, or if we want to take a break and watch something else together. We can keep roasting Chris Watts. We can roast somebody else. It really is up to you. I'm down for whatever. I really am. We're still all stuck on Watts Island here. So I think that unless we figure out what actually happened and we get justice, we're going to be here anyway for however long. But it's really up to you what you guys want to do tomorrow. Do we want to make it more fun and roasty based, or do we want to keep going down the investigative route? It's really up to you all. Hello. Saber Bee. Hi. From Northeastern California. Where would that be? Northeastern. I know north, right? There's like all the beautiful trees up there. I've been as far north as, what is it, Lassen? Lassen is as far north as I've been in California. Hello, from Connecticut. Never been to Connecticut. I do want to go though. Arizona, surprise, Arizona. Loyalton. Oh, okay. Loyalton. Nice. I never heard of Loyalton, to be completely honest, but it sounds nice. It sounds really nice. Yeah, if you have all the beauty up there. Oh, I'm near Lassen. Oh, okay. Oh, then yes. Oh, you are surrounded by all of the beautiful nature there. Oh my goodness. I'm a little jealous, actually. I love Lassen Volcanic National Park. One of my favorite national parks, in fact. Hello, Monique. Hello from Sydney. How's it going? Janet from Indiana. And we have Capuchin Monkey from North Carolina. Hello. KTD from Wisconsin. Reno, South Carolina. North and South Carolina are so awesome. I was out there when I was in the Marine Corps. I did some training. South Carolina is the birthplace of the Marine Corps, Parris Island, South Carolina. And then we have North Carolina is where we have combat training for the Marines. Um, and I did get to explore both places as a non-Marine, or not as a non-Marine, but as a just like off duty. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. I loved North Carolina. A little hot during the summer, I will say. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so humid here. I've never sweat that much in my entire life, except for when I was in North Carolina. It was during the summer. It was July and August. I was in North Carolina sweating. I was outside. It was like 5 in the morning. We are getting ready for some training. We're getting ready to pack it up and go do something, some live round, firing or training or whatever. And we're sitting outside at 5 in the morning, and I can literally see on my forearms the beads of sweat starting to pile up, and then they would just drip down my arm. Yeah, definitely the worst heat I've ever experienced, and it was in North Carolina. But it is so absolutely beautiful and really, really amazing. Amazing people, amazing cultures. Hot, hot. Yeah. I'm about an hour or so from Potato Head. Wow. Oh, Alaska. Yes. No, no NK or cousin sightings here. No. She's not out there. You're not out in like a grocery store or something and you hear beep and you're like, oh, was that Nicole's cousin? Where's she at? Oh, no. Have you seen her maybe at a pawn shop? Have you gone out to any of the pawn shops out there? Maybe you'll see a cousin. Hmm. Where'd you get that cat from? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you Nicole Kessinger's cousin? Right. Or someone pawning some batteries, those 9-volt batteries. Probably ask them like, "Excuse me, hi, why are you pawning 9-volt batteries?" Are you familiar with Nicole? Oh, you are Nicole's cousin. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, imagine there's a moose in there with a beanie on, and you're like, interesting. I've seen this moose somewhere else. It's wearing a beanie and it's wearing a scarf. I'm sorry, do you know Nicole Kessinger or maybe her cousin? And the moose is like, "Meow." I'm actually really curious if there really is a cousin. Same, same. I'm gonna say no, there isn't really a cousin. I'm sure she has cousins, but it's not that cousin. It's not the cousin that says you'll never see the baby. You'll never see the baby Chris. Yeah, it's definitely not her. That's Nicole. We need marshmallows for this roast. Yes, yes. Oh, by the way, yeah, I think we should have a potluck. How's everybody feeling for a potluck? Somebody brings all the chicken, someone else brings all the carrots, some asparagus if we want. Someone else can bring the 9-volt batteries. Yeah, it's a nice potluck for all of us. There's something in there for everyone. Oh, I don't want carrots, but I do need these batteries though. Free batteries for everybody. They're important. They can save your life. They are smoke detectors for a reason. They are detecting smoke and sometimes CO2. So you need them. Nicole Kessinger's cousin hasn't gotten the memo. Oh man. Nicole Kessinger and her cousin are like Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus. Yes. Exactly. How does the song go? Every style, every shoe, every color. Literally, yeah. Every style of battery. She's stealing everything of every style of every color so that she can pawn it. Yeah. See, when you're in witness protection, you can have fun. It's really you, but no one ever discovers. Right? Oh, it really is Nicole Kessinger, but no one ever discovers because of the protection. Of course, she's not actually under witness protection. I just thought it would be funny for the song. Yeah, yeah, let's barbecue, everyone. Yeah. Someone bring the asparagus, the macro salad. Yeah, ribs. Yeah. Um, yes, yeah. I took a pic of NK sighting at King Supers in Boulder, the gun barrel location. Wait, no, really? Was it really Nichol Kessinger? Was it really? Or was it just like a bird? Was it a bird? Was it missing a few of its feathers and you thought it was Nichol Kessinger? The feathers are sticking out. It's like a bird. It's like, and you're like, oh, that's Nichol Kessinger. Pawn man. Yeah, honey glazed carrots. Yummy. Yeah, upon every shoe I discover. Yes. Upon every shoe I discover. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love asparagus, but now I can't think about Chris and NK, so it kind of ruins it. I will say I agree with you. A lot of things that I used to enjoy and used to just do and not even think about it, it now reminds me of a lot of my own edits. So I kind of did it to myself, and I'm sorry that I did it to all of you. Hey, it's not my fault. Hey, don't hate the messenger. Okay? I'm just giving you this evidence, and the way it's presented, it's really not my fault. It's just kind of a byproduct. It's a result of the evidence that we have to provide for you. So don't blame me for it. King Soopers is like the grocery store there. Yeah. The worms. Who eats asparagus in a jar? There's asparagus in a jar? Oh my god. Dumpster fire. The asparagus was in a jar. Nobody eats jarred asparagus except for Chris because he's a weirdo. Yes. Anything in the jar is weird for me, in my opinion, except for fruits. For some reason, I really love fruits that are in a jar. It's weird. I like to eat them out of the jar. For some reason, it just, I don't know. It's like the flavor, and it's juicier. And maybe it's just a placebo. I just think it is because I see it in a jar and it makes me want it more. It makes me crave it. I'm like, that looks yummy. So it really is probably just in my brain. Yes. Yeah, I have also some creepy pics of the house before the new owners bought it and before the new paint job. Oh, okay. Are you able to, I know you can't post them in the chat, but are you able to leave them in the community? Maybe you can post the pictures in the community board, and then we can see it and we can all comment on it. But all right. I think, we have a lot of people here today. Like I said in my last live stream, this is just a lot easier for me. I was making the videos and then I was starting to find a lot of things. It's starting to click for me. And I thought it was just going to be a lot easier if I just talk to you guys directly, present it easier this way. It would also just save me a headache trying to get all this information and edit it into the video and then, trying to make it all coherent. And so I thought this would just be a lot easier. So today we are going to be looking at the deleted history, basically. Not that many text messages were recovered or even really anything. The only real things that we have from Discovery are the deleted data reports. So the report that the police took from her phone, and they were able to see a bunch of things were deleted from there, but whatever they were able to recover, well, that's a different story. But I thought this was very interesting here. So as you can see, this is a iPhone 6, Apple iPhone, and this is basically a bunch of information that was deleted. And this is, let's see here, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So this was created on the 16th, right? And we see here a bunch of different things that were deleted. There are calls, there's contacts. We also have a device here. All of these files, we have messages, and everything is organized pretty much by category. The deleted artifacts are all in the parentheses. So out of 115 calls, 43 calls were deleted. All right. Out of 300 contacts, 28 contacts were deleted. And so when we look at this, right, not really even knowing what the report tells us, it can really mean anything. If you have 300 contacts and you delete 28 of them, who really actually does that? The other day I did start going through my phone and deleting a bunch of contacts that I don't really talk to anymore. So could that be a possibility? Absolutely, right? So it doesn't really say anything just because 28 contacts were deleted. When were they deleted? Who really knows, right? But then what it's really when you start to get into all of the other weird stuff that shouldn't even really be there. For example, the web has 3,500 things that were deleted. The history overall has a bunch of stuff deleted. Searches, emails, 26 were deleted. The chat, what type of chat, who really knows? Then organizer and then calendar events, right? So organizer and events, 37 events. Again, none of this is really anything that we should be suspicious of, but the thing is that it kind of is when you see that a bunch of stuff has been deleted from a phone recently, right? If you take my phone, if you were to take my phone right now, for example, you would see that some things were deleted, but not in mass. I didn't, like how many messages have been deleted from my phone? But the thing is that Nicole Kessinger admitted to deleting a bunch of messages from her phone. The police, they knew that she had deleted a bunch of messages from her phone. So once you see that a bunch of other things have also been deleted, that is where I start to think, why was she deleting a bunch of different stuff here and there? And that is what I want to get to. Because a lot of these things, a lot of these questions that we have, we can't answer them, unfortunately, because she deleted everything. She deleted all of the evidence. And so the best thing that we can do, the best thing is go through her messages individually and then try and figure out what was being said. I know we've talked about maybe some of these things even being code, because the thing is that only Chris's text messages came back, but not hers, not the ones that she sent. So there's no context to anything that Chris replied to her with. And that's what I want to get into, because I think we all have different ideas. We view things differently. We have different perspectives. And so if we started going through Nicole Kessinger's text messages, each and every one, and then find context for them, then we might have an idea of what was being said, what she was trying to hide, and then we can go through the calendar and see if any of it matches, if that makes any sense. Deleting to hide evidence. Yes. Maybe that was good. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. How do you say his last name, by the way? Good, good, good. I know it's not Gutowski. It's Gutowski. How do you say his last name? Jim. Yes. Yeah. So who knows? Could it be? It was probably Jim, right? She deleted a bunch of messages from Jim. The search history. What was she deleting from there? Could it be the weird cult that she was in? Right? There was some type of sex cult or magic cult. She was talking to her guru on the day of the murders. What was she deleting? Yeah, that's obvious. Okay. Yeah, so that's the thing I kind of want to look through today and see if we can come up with some stuff. So, for example, this is one of the text messages that popped back up. This one, so this is the thing. Nicole Kessinger sent this one out because it's in blue, right? The thing is, she deleted Chris Watts's text messages that are in red, and this is from the Motorola. Okay, so here it is. So this is from the Motorola, but then she also had had an iPhone, right? It's the iPhone that we see her struggling with. Oh, I don't know how to log into my Wi-Fi. I don't know how to log into my Wi-Fi. So her main phone was the Motorola. Then she had an iPhone that when she gave her phone over to the investigators, she then ended up with an iPhone that all of the messages then went back into, right? So this is what we see here. It's this. So then this is my question, right? I don't really understand this report myself, But did these deletions come before or after? Did she give the police her Motorola? Here you go, cops. And then a bunch of other stuff started popping up in this phone, and she's like, "Oh crap, let me delete a bunch of stuff." Or what? Like, what is actually happening here? Because this is Cassinger's phone and it is an iPhone. So what is it? What is happening here? Or is all this stuff deleted before or after? But then we see these text messages, right? These are from her Motorola. The ones in red are the ones that came in from Chris. Those are the ones that she said, "Oh my God, these came back in." I don't know. But then she left these behind. The ones in blue, right? The ones that in her mind wouldn't really say anything about her involvement. They're not in any way incriminating. But I think that this one is somewhat incriminating. So I'm wondering why it was left there. Maybe she didn't pay attention to it. Maybe she thought it wasn't anything big deal. But it kind of is. So this was in June, right? June 30th. She says she supports me, but her parents were in a situation like that when she was a kid and it came up. It won't bother me. I'm not going to stop seeing you. I made up my mind. Who is she? Someone. So she knows, right? The thing is that Nichol Kessinger, very clearly, she told Kevin Kovac that none of her friends knew about Chris Watts. However, we've seen the text messages between her and Charlotte. So this is telling me that one of her friends, and I'm going to say it was probably Charlotte or Danielle, who knows, her friends knew. One of them says, yeah, she supports me that you are married. And, one of her parents was in that situation when she was a kid. And that's why she's telling me, hey, don't get with this married man. But she supports me. And this is why it came up. And that's not going to stop me from seeing you. I've already made up my mind. And then she asks, are we bad people? So this is the thing, is that she lied, and then the text messages prove that she was lying. So these are the little text messages that I'm coming to see, right? I'm seeing these and I'm piecing stuff together. Like, okay, so she lied about either Danielle or Charlotte. We already know that. We've seen Charlotte's text messages. And now there's this one. So who is this? Is this Charlotte? Is this Danielle? There is a she, but who is the she? Sarah is the she. Cosmo Bear. Sarah. Who's Sarah? Trent Bolt. Okay. I thought of the movie Fatal Attraction. Yes. Yeah. NK. Yeah, perfect definition of the femme fatale, right? The femme fatale female in all of these movies. Okay. So then it's Brittany, not Sarah. Some Brittany told her not to see him. Who is Brittany? See, this is why you guys are here. Who's Brittany? Okay. No, Brittany. Okay. Okay, who's Brittany? Between NK and Chris Watts, who lies more? Definitely Nichol Kessinger. Oh, absolutely. I think, I mean, even the fact that she Googled the family in 2017, she was lying before Chris even knew that she was lying. Yeah, Bunny Boiler. Oh, Brittany? Yeah, Brittany, some friend. Okay. She is the one that introduced Trent Bolt. Okay. No idea, but heard her name a couple times. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Like, I know about Charlotte. I know a little bit about Danielle. I've actually never even heard of Sarah or Brittany. This is the first time I've heard of Brittany. How do we know it's Brittany? Yeah, she has friends. Yeah. How do we know this person is Brittany? That she supports me? Brittany told her not to see him. She's a smart friend. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Nicole wanted what she wanted, right? She wanted to win in this case, in this situation. So this is Brittany's friend. Exactly, right? We'll never understand why they don't have any interviews with any of these friends. She was texting these people and then she said, "No, I wasn't." Why is she lying? Why not look into this? There is no Sarah. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. There is no Sarah. This is Brittany. Gut feeling it's Brittany. Chris said it in the prison interview about Brittany. Okay. All right. Sweet. Okay. So I'll write down. Okay. So this is Brittany. I know that was there any mention? I don't remember her mentioning Brittany at all in any of her interviews. So this is from Chris then, is what I'm getting. Okay, okay. I would if a friend was dating a married guy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I tell her, "What is wrong with you? Stop being such a pick me girl." I would do the exact same thing. Like, "What? Why are you going after a married man? You deserve better." No. Yeah, she had a very good friend. And to be honest, I think even though Charlotte was like, "Oh, I don't know. They're cute mine. He's pretty cute mine." Even Charlotte was kind of like, I don't know. I mean, he comes with a lot of like baggage. Like, are you sure?" And she still didn't get it. Nicole's like, "Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, he goes down under. I've never met a man that likes me that way. We play Twister. Yeah. And it does end up smelling like tuna at the end, but I enjoy it." So that's why, right? That's why. But I heard her name on another channel. Nicole lying because she's trying to control the narrative. Yes. Yes. Yeah, she was obsessed with Shanann's life, not Chris. I agree. I do. I think that the competition here was her trying to be like Shanann. So it wasn't even really that she wanted Chris or that she thought that he was this prize. Because how is that even possible? There's no way that anyone would think Chris Watts is a prize. So, other than that, her prize was actually winning, or in this case, being like Shanann. She wanted to have that lifestyle. She wanted a man to do things for her in the way that she believed that Chris was doing for Shanann. Okay, so this is Brittany. Thank you. So now we know she was texting Brittany. She told police, "Oh no, I didn't tell any of my friends." And here we are. She supported or she told Brittany. Brittany's like, "Yeah, I kind of support you, but I told you not to hang out with that guy. He's married." And she says, "I made up my mind. I'm not going to stop seeing you." Oh, wow. Okay. So that is that one. And then she says, "Are we bad people?" Right? Are we bad people? And then you have July 1st. "I'd love to be a part of it. Being in your life is something I crave. You take me to go see the cars go vroom. You take me to the sand dunes. Oh, I've never been bitten by mosquitoes before. I love getting bitten by mosquitoes, Nikki. I love it." And so yeah, so I thought this one was interesting. This message she kept there. I don't know if she missed it by chance and she is like, "Oop, uh-oh. Now they're gonna see it." But there it is. And let's go through all of the rest of these messages, right? We've already seen the "hope you get home, my sweet dreams, sexy empanada." Um, I don't think we've actually reached any conclusion or any consensus on what this one means. Was she actually at the baseball game and did she go out with her friends? What do we know about this? What do we know about this one? My theory is that Nichol Kessinger went up to Chris and she met up with him that night on Friday. So Friday, the day of the fire stick, she went to the baseball game. They probably went out for drinks or whatever. And then she went to Chris Watts' house. and they spent the night together, and that's why she's going home. Because she was okay spending the night with him in terms of Twister, but she wasn't okay with spending the night at the house, obviously, because she wasn't comfortable there. That was Shanann's house. She didn't like seeing Shanann's pictures, the girls' pictures. She didn't like that her boyfriend had a family. So, of course, she didn't actually spend the night. She would go back home. But the reason that she came over and had Twister night with him at his house was because Danielle, right? Danielle was supposed to be there the weekend. Is that correct? Do we know that Danielle came into town? Yes. Yeah, Danielle came into town, right? And this was around the 10th. So then she spent the night with Nichol Kessinger. And this is why we don't think, or at least me, this is why I don't think that they had Twister night at Nichol Kessinger's place. And it wasn't on Saturday. I believe it was on Friday night because of this text message. That's why. Get home safe. Sweet dreams, my sexy empanada. But then there's this, right? Hope you had a great night. Like, okay, I miss you. Like, did he miss her already? Like, as soon as she left his house? I hope you had a great night. Like, great night what? Like eating chicken and carrots and playing Twister? How many rounds of Twister did they play? Is that why he's saying, I hope you had a great night? Or is he genuinely telling her, oh, I hope you had a great night with your friends. And because I didn't see you today, I miss you. I hope you get home safe. Sweet dreams, my sexy empanada. Either or, right? Both are possible in this case. Gatowski. Oh, wait, Gateau? Oh, is it tow as in tow or like a tow truck? Oh, Gatowski? She went to the game, but she made Chris believe he was on the eHarmony date. Oh. Wait, what? Okay, we know about eHarmony. Kevin Kovac asked her about it, and she's like, oh, I don't know. I just have dating apps. She didn't want to talk about it. She didn't want to delve that much into it. But yeah, what are these dating apps? She was trying to make Chris jealous, right? Okay. Empanadas are not sexy. Of course not. Have you ever seen an empanada? They're not sexy at all. Empanadas. What is an empanada? Here, let me pull up an empanada for everybody to see how sexy an empanada is. I mean, they are delicious. I wouldn't call them sexy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is an empanada right here. Look at how sexy they are. Oh my god. And look, they're so crispy looking. Oh, look at all that meat coming out of it. Yum. Sexy. Yes, like an Indian samosa. Oh, samosas are so good. Dough-filled. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, this is what Chris Watts was calling her. You are a sexy empanada. You look like an exploded Hot Pocket every time we play Twister. Could you imagine? Yeah, so that's why he calls her an empanada. Well, anyway, now you all know what an empanada looks like. Definitely not sexy. Delicious, but not sexy. Oh my god, it looks like Tommy's girl. Yes, that's exactly why. That's exactly how he's like, oh, Nikki, after our third round of Twister, you ended up looking like an empanada. You're sexy. Did I just ruin empanadas for everybody now? I'm sorry, guys. Look at me just ruining everything. Everyone hates chicken and carrots now and asparagus and now empanadas. Everyone's going to walk around malnourished. All of us on Watts Island Oh, I can't get my protein anymore. Everything reminds me of Nicole and Chris. Yeah, all of us at the insane asylum, skinny and malnourished and insane. that's that's how we're all gonna end up. But yeah, see, isn't this so that's the thing, right? With that text message, what do we don't have to come to a consensus, of course, but what are we gonna go with here, right? Because we have to kind of, I mean, we don't have to be rigid, of course. We can, change our theories if we see fit or if it doesn't flow or follow any of the evidence. But what are we gonna say here? Are we gonna go with yes, Nicole was there on Friday? That way we can move on with further theories. Or do we want to say that Nicole was at the baseball game? And then we can move on with that theory. And like I said, we can split, but the thing is, we can't have two of them at the same time right now. If one doesn't fit, we can go back to the other. But what are we going to move on with? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I get a thrill of his awful diet now. Yes. I think both Shanann and Cece were unalived in the house, then Bella went to Serbia alive. Yeah, that theory is a lot of people believe that. I don't know. I don't really know what to believe about the girls. I do believe that they were still alive. Just because of how Chris tells the story. That's really the only reason I say that is because of how he tells the story. He struggles to tell it. And again, it could just be that he's covering for somebody else, right? Like you guys might still be right, but it's just the way that he tells a story, it does seem like he's telling the truth. Like he did that at Survey 319. But who knows? The rumors are that Nicole was at the house that morning Chris murdered them. Yeah. Yes. He says get home safe, meaning she went home. Okay. She could be. She. See, I would be insulted if a guy called me an empanada. I would be like, yes, it would be like me calling him a cucumber. Yeah, it's kind of weird being called a sexy empanada. Like, like, what do you think of me? Okay. I would not be flattered at all. I just thought someone see another adult shadow in the camera footage. Oh, I don't know. That camera footage is so weird. Nicole was in the Watts house that night for sure. I think she helped him get Shanann down the stairs, and she was dead weight. I think he drugged the girls and Shanann. That's why he was surprised when they woke up. Huh. Huh. But that's the thing. Okay, that's the thing. Neither of their reports, their autopsy reports say that they were drugged. But then again, the CBI lady, the forensics woman person is in jail. She pled guilty to mishandling DNA. So what do we think? But that is very plausible actually. I had not even thought about that before. Yeah, I don't think he would have hurt Bella. She was his mini me. And this is why I say this, because even though Chris is a monster, we all know Chris is a monster. He has no feelings and no remorse. But for some reason, Chris always shows some type of emotion, or his face or his body gets weird when talking about Bella. And it's only Bella. Only Bella. All the times that we have watched Chris Watts, either at the front porch or when he's talking about the girls, there always seems to be a physical reaction when he's talking about Bella. He'll do this weird, swallow. He does the weird gulp, or he'll shift a little weird way. Even when he was being sentenced And Rourke was talking about Bella, Cece, and Shanann. And even when the judge was handing down the sentence and the judge mentioned every victim by name, Chris Watts made very visible movements when talking about Bella. And then they moved on to Cece and there was nothing there. And then Shanann, nothing there. And then the fact that she's pregnant, he didn't feel anything. But he only feels something for Bella. So is it that he killed his own daughter and that's the really the only one that affects him? Or is it that he allowed somebody else to harm her because he couldn't do it himself? Which is it? Yeah, Bella. And even the way that he describes Bella, he does describe her as almost his favorite because he says Bella was just like me. She was very quiet. She was very conservative. She was introverted, very shy. She was also very sweet. And she looked exactly like him, especially in the baby pictures. When you put Chris Watts and Bella next to each other in the baby pictures, they're nearly identical. Cindy Watts says it too. So Bella was clearly his favorite if he had one, if he loved any of his children. He definitely favored Bella over Cece. And the reason I say that is because Cece had a personality like Shanann's. And we know that he didn't like Shanann. He didn't like that she was rambunctious, is what he says, right? He's like, oh yeah, see, Cece, just like his mom, just like her mom, she's out there, she's loud, she's rambunctious. So he didn't like Cece because Cece displayed a lot of the same traits as Shanann, but he really liked Bella because Bella was like him. So did he annihilate Bella or did somebody else do it? Oh yeah, yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries about the typos. We all yeah. Look up at my theory. Oh, Cosmo Bear. I love the balloons though, and I love the red flags here. Stomped through the hatch. Now that requires someone detached. Okay, let me keep going up. Or even her. Okay, he's 5'9". Okay, I think she was dropped off in the back that night before and was with him waiting at the car in the front of the neighbors. Okay. Is there more at the top? Let me just keep going back. Okay, she's a meat pie. What? Okay. Let's see here. Let me just. Okay, so I think she was dropped off in the back the night before. So the night before, we mean Saturday? Are we talking about Saturday? The night before she was okay and was with him waiting at the car in front of the neighbors and saw it was Jim. Sorry, I'm like trying to read this. He's 5'9". And then somebody else said here that you would need to stomp them in and it would have to be someone completely detached. I agree. Like, I know that Chris Watts is a monster. And it's definitely possible that he did this still, that he completely detached himself and stomped his children in. But Bella? I mean, it's probably why he's hurting. He's probably like, oh no, I can't believe I did this to the only kid that I somewhat liked. Is it that or what? Both kids were adorable. Oh, I know. They're so cute. Watching those videos, it just hurt. It's so hard. They're so full of life. They're just so cute. Especially Bella. Like Bella, or not especially Bella, but both of them. But when you see Bella, she's older. She's like, "Hi, mom." Like you can see her interacting. And then Cece's love for her sister and how close they were. And then you see her also being happy and joyous and bringing life to the home. How can anybody do that? And so that's why I'm starting to understand why a lot of you. Oh, sorry, Cosmo Bear. Yeah, why a lot of you think that he didn't do it and that it would have to be somebody else. Because again, this is hard for us to understand because we are empathetic people. So how is it possible that anybody can do this to their own children? Right, yeah, you can see Bella's personality. And Cece, I mean, Cece, my God, her smile, Cece's smile just lit up the whole room. She's, the way she laughs too. She's like, she's so cute. But that's why when I think about this, like how can you see children, innocent beings that love you and they tell you that they love you and they show you that they love you. And then you detach yourself so much that you're willing to do something so evil to your own children. And this is why I understand. I understand. Okay, let's see. We have the Pennywise, I'm going to call it the Pennywise balloons. Why would Chris tell Ronnie the night before the murders they couldn't FaceTime? Because Bella might tell Shanann if he was going to kill them all, would they not care? I'm so glad you brought this up, Cosmo Bear. A lot of you talk about that FaceTime call. He was supposed to FaceTime, or even Shanann, right? She asked for a picture. He's ended up sending her the same picture. What was up with that? I think Chris did it alone. He's very evil. He's a pathological liar who basically lied to Shanann about his own mother and then lied to his own parents about Shanann. He worked a splicing loyalty. I agree, Alexia. I agree. He's definitely, I mean, he's been lying about Shanann since day one. I really don't believe that Shanann made him drive and do all this crap. I really don't even believe that Shanann wanted a $12,000 ring. I think it's all BS. A lot of it was just Chris turning the family against Shanann and vice versa because he's weak and pathetic and insecure. So he had to do that to feel better about himself, Okay, they would have been dead already too. I don't think Chris put the girls in the tanks because he described to investigators that he had held them by their wrists and they free fell in. That was impossible. Really? He didn't, I don't remember him describing how he put them in there. He kind of just says, oh yeah, and then they were in there. And then they try to get him to say more. And then he's like, yeah, I mean, I just like put them in there. But he doesn't go in depth. And I've always wondered, I just assumed that it's just, he's not fully evil. There has to be just a little bit of remorse or something in there. So that's why he's not explaining it. But it could just be that he wasn't even there. He saw somebody else do it. And he's like, oh, I don't know. They kind of just went in there. You would have to shove them. It's a hole that is 8 inches in diameter. A 4-year-old and a 3-year-old. You would have to. Ugh. Ronnie asked to FaceTime, and Chris was hesitant because Bella might tell Shanann since she didn't want any contact with them. So why worry if he was going to kill them all? Huh. Yeah. That does make sense, yeah. NK said in an interview that he may have killed the girls because they saw what he did to Shanann. I think that was what she thought. And Chris was not sick. That's another one. Is that Chris Watts wasn't sick. Remember, he opened an entire hatch of crude oil. As soon as you smell crude oil, that thing goes straight to your brain and it makes your head hurt. And he was fine. Could it be that he just has no brain and that's why it didn't affect him? Because it's hollow in there? All of the oil smells went in there and they just kind of spun around. It heated up his head, his skull a little bit. And that's why he's like, oh, I'm a little hungry now, I think. I don't know. The emptiness in my skull feels a little bit weird right now. Oh, I'm a little dizzy. Could it be that? Maybe. He just doesn't have a brain. But no, it's true. He wasn't sick when he stuffed his children in there. But then, weirdly enough, Jim and Nichol Kessinger were sick. Very, very weird, right? Yeah, Nicole and Jim, exactly. Nicole and Jim were both sick. But Chris Watts wasn't? Oh, because he's brainless? Jesus, take the wheel. There's a video of infrared video when opening the hatch and the amount of gas and fumes that release from those tanks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can see just how toxic these fumes are. They make your head hurt right away. They wouldn't make you hungry. They would make you nauseous, if anything. It would make you want to throw up. But he was ready to go get a tuna sandwich. Oh, I'm hungry. All of this murdering just made me really, really hungry. That's what he told Sherilyn Cadle. Oh, yeah, as soon as I put my children in the tank, all I could think about was, "Oh, I'm so happy that I can be with Nicole now. And I'm also really hungry." And I also thought, did I feed Dieter? Yeah, these were all the thoughts that were going through his head after he stuffed his children into oil tanks. His children. See, of course, it's still evil to do things to your wife, but your children. Okay. Kovacs saw all the illicit pics of Nichol Kessinger. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's why he was playing it safe. When we look at it and we see how he was acting with Nichol Kessinger, I think it was just him playing safe. He's like, "Oh, I don't want to offend you or insult you or make you feel any type of way. I have seen you though. I've seen you the way that you were brought to earth. And also I'm the one interrogating you now." Which is so dumb. Why would the police do this? Why would they put the men in charge of interrogating the mistress? Anyway, that's just me. For all we know, they could have helped stop world hunger. He was possessed, like you said, by NK, yeah. Operators were made to wear gas masks. And as well as all of the crew that got the girls out of the tanks, the rescue team, or they weren't even not the rescue team, the body recovery team, they were full on hazmat suits. He's so stupid. He would have said he would take. Am I still blocked? Oh no. Hello, Infinity. No, you're not blocked. Seriously, it's starting to tear up, man. Yeah. No, it is, right? And this is why I've said before, this is why I do this. I talk about this case in the way that I do because, hey, otherwise I wouldn't be able to do it. It's true. It's just too gruesome. Hazmat suited up. Yep. But yeah, as far as this text, so we're just gonna go ahead and say we'll move on and say that Nichol Kessinger was there. So she was, or not at the house. She was at the baseball game. Let's just give her this one. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt on this one. Let's say Nichol Kessinger went to the baseball game. So she went to the baseball game and she was trying to make Chris jealous or whatever. She was dating eHarmony. So we'll go on with that theory that that's what actually happened. And then let's look at our next text message and see what we can make of this one. Nice. That sounds like a good time, Chris says. I haven't seen an IMAX in a while. Sounds like you're having a fun day with the folks. I'm still at the birthday party. Kids are soaked from water balloons. This was on Sunday. So this is where Chris says, sounds like you're having a fun day with the folks. So that tells me that Nichol Kessinger was with her family, right? Or is this just staged? Is she really with her folks? Is this Chris Watts sending this text message out to stage it? Because let's remember, Nichol Kessinger had no idea. She couldn't remember what she did on Sunday the 12th, this day right here. What did I do, Daddy? Was it core day? No, it's not core day because Sundays aren't core day. Those are for Wednesdays. What did I do? Oh my God. Can I get back to you on that? Yeah. Yes. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Whenever I remember what I did, maybe 3, 4, 5 weeks from now, then I'll let you know. Okay. And then looks over at Daddy, and Daddy Kessinger's like, "Well, when did Jim get in?" Oh, he came in on Monday. And then Daddy is like, "Oh, okay. So you weren't with Jim." "Oh, yeah, that's right. You were with us at the museum." "Oh, that's right." "That's right, Daddy. Hey, Kevin, we were at the museum. You heard him right. My daddy just said it. He confirmed it. We sat there. We went through all of our options. Were you with Jim? No. Were you with Charlotte? No. Were you with Stephanie? No. Jim? Mm-mm. Oh, then you were at the museum with us. Yeah, that sounds right." And of course, Kevin Kobach's like, okay, yeah. No, none of this is suspicious. Not at all. It's not suspicious because you told me that you're hungry. Yeah, you also told me that you haven't slept because all of this is just traumatizing you so much. So then what actually happened this day? I don't think so. I don't think that she was actually with the folks. What do you all think? There's an IMAX at the museum. Oh, okay. I haven't seen an IMAX. Okay, so she was at the museum. Cosmo Bear, you are so knowledgeable about this case. Where have you been? Where have you been? Definitely needing all this help. All you guys are so, I mean, all of you are knowledgeable, but Cosmo Bear is just like here, like, phew. Oh, yeah, that's Brittany. Oh, yeah, that's this, that's that. I'm like, oh my gosh. I would like to know what was in the tea she was giving him. Oh, what tea? She was giving him tea? Well, if Nicole Kessinger was actually doing this, right, the whole cult thing, she probably was putting some type of herb in there. Here you go. Here's some cilantro, Chris. Hopefully the cilantro makes him love me. Oh my god. Who knows, right? She dried up the cilantro and she did a dance around it. Hi. Hi. And she's like, "Yeah, this is gonna work. Here you go, Chris. Some tea with a little bit of cilantro. Hopefully you'll like me." Mickey Mouse could have done a better interrogation. Absolutely. Absolutely. I message you on IG. I want to come on your broadcast. Oh my god, I need to be better at IG. You guys, I'm sorry. I do apologize since I'm here now. I forget that I have Instagram sometimes. I'm sorry. It's just the way that it's split up. I just can't even see all the messages and sometimes I have to remember, "Oh yeah, I need to go here to see this and then see that." So, but thank you. Yeah, thanks Cosmo Bear. For sure. Yeah, I'll check my IG and see what we can do. I think she used blood magic. Yeah. Another theory I have, I think Chris was going to blow up Survey 319 with the gas he was loading in his truck. Yeah, I would like to see a lot more evidence on that. I've followed that theory as far as I could and then it just kind of I lost it. It just a lot of things didn't really make any sense. Like how Shanann and the girls were supposed to get there. How are they supposed to be there? That was Chris's work site. So I didn't really understand how he would have gotten his family there to blow up the site and then make it seem like it was an accident. So unless anybody knows how that would have worked, please let me know. Yeah, please let me know. She gave him a tea during relationship and she never had the tea. A steamed asparagus tea. She was digging a hole on Saturday. That's what I think. That's what I think. Saturday, baseball game. Baseball game didn't start till 2 p.m., right? Around there on a Friday. It would start around 2 p.m., maybe 3. So what was she doing earlier? Did she go dig a hole afterwards? Did she take a friend? I I'm starting to believe that she and a friend went out there. And by a friend, I mean this guy, right? Jimmy Neutron. Detective Baumhover stayed on that service site with them, baby, so that they wouldn't be alone. Oh, yeah. Baumhover, he ended up retiring from Frederick Police Department because he had severe PTSD. So Chris Watts didn't. Oh, there we go. Okay, it sounded weird. Chris Watts didn't just annihilate an entire family and hurt those around him and the family. He affected an entire group of people. The people who recovered the bodies, the investigators, and then everybody else that can't believe what he did to his family. It affected an entire group of people, societies even. If you're in the United States, you probably know about this case, and the world knows about this case. Even before I started this channel, I had no idea that these many people outside of the United States knew about Chris Watts. I really didn't. That's how severe this was, and that's how big it was. And that's why we're still here, because none of it actually makes sense. She was not. I hope she watches these chats. I'm sure she is. The ripples of actions affected so many innocent people. Yeah. So is this true? So we'll move forward and say that it was. Okay. So based on what is it, the museum having an IMAX, and Ronnie saying, "Oh yeah, did you go?" Or not? Was it Ronnie? Not Ronnie. Dwayne Kessinger saying, "Oh yeah, you were with us at the museum." We're gonna go ahead and say that this is true. Okay, so she was supposedly at the museum on Sunday. But Sunday was also the day that she Googled Twister. It was also the day that Chris was at the barbecue. So what is this? She Googled Twister on Sunday the 12th. So that means that she was getting ready to play Twister with him and join with another friend, because that's what she Googled. She was Googling 3-ways. So was she planning on doing this night? But this was also the same night that that Shanann. This was also the night that Shanann was flying back in. Originally, that's what they thought. So what is up with this? Do you have a picture of Bella during the birthday party? Janet, he meant we have a shovel, rake, and weed racker party of our tools, meaning workers. Oh, right. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense, is that Chris said we, as in we are coworkers, or we, Anadarko employees. I heard it's not confirmed. Okay. There was hair found on the fence? Oh. Wait, she was Googling 3-ways. She was, yeah. This night when she's Googling, she Googles the rules of 3-way. What do I need to do? Where do I put my hands? Do I need to put both of my hands on the blue and then both of my legs in the red? And then do the downward doggy pose? Is that how you do it? Do I need to strengthen my back? She was asking all kinds of questions because she wanted it to be a successful night. How do you do this? How do I prepare for it? She asked. All right. Excuse me, guys, my allergies. All right, there we go. All right. How's the sound? I hope it sounds good. It's weird. Every time I do this, it sounds, if I turn it on and then turn it back on, it sounds weird. But how's the sound? Strengthen your back. Yeah, I've been taking Allegra. I don't know what I'm allergic to, but I'm allergic to something. But yeah, the rules. Yeah, she was Googling rules of 3-way. Which is insane, right? It's so crazy. All right, the sound is still good? Okay. There's no weird reverb or anything? Does it sound as good as it did before I turned off my mic? I just want to make sure, because I've noticed that when I do that, there's a weird reverb. Okay, perfect. Okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah, I just had to blow my nose there. But yeah, that's what she's Googling. Oh, how do I prepare for this? Do I need some Vaseline? Do I need some asparagus to give me energy? She was preparing. She didn't know what to do. Apparently, she's never done it before. But why was she preparing for Twister with two other people the day before or the day of the murders? To me, the best way to get Chris Watts to go along with annihilating his family is by convincing him with Twister time. It's the best way to manipulate him, right? Hey, yeah, exactly, Vicnoid. That's how she manipulated him. She manipulated him with Twister. It's really not all that hard to do, especially with somebody like Chris. And so, what's the best way to manipulate this guy if he's like, hey, Nicole, I'll definitely annihilate my family, but you know what? There's one thing that I want you to do for me. I've never done it before. Would you mind? Would you mind putting both of your hands on the yellow and both of your legs on red? I've just never tried it. Is that okay with you? And then Nicole's like, oh, is this gonna guarantee that you get things done? Okay, fine. I guess I'll Google it. Ugh, this is gonna suck. Right? Oh, J cover, please. Oh my goodness. I'm here like, I can't. She clear. Oh, what? Baumhover said that was by no means her first search. Yeah, you're right, Cosmo Bear. Yeah, she searched this quite often. So who knows if this was her first time, or maybe she just hadn't done it in a while. So she's like, how do I prep for 2 players? I've done it with 1 player before, but 2 of them? Oh my God. I don't know. I don't know if my legs can go far that way. Are you sure these are the rules of Twister? But that's what I'm thinking, right? Like, I'm thinking that she had to convince him some way. And the best way to convince him is by allowing her to get this done, right? Okay, I'll play Twister with you this one time in this way. But we have to invite my friend Jim. Jimmy has always wanted to try it before too. And you know what? Whatever. I'm down. Just all right. Didn't maybe she was looking up some strange stuff. Let's see. I know I have it in here. Let's see if I can find it in my files without Googling it. I know it's in here. She Googled, okay, no, that's something else. Yeah, she was, let me see. Is it here? Yeah, she was Googling all kinds of weird stuff. She also said that Chris Watts was Native American. Chris Watts told her that he's Native American. Is that what do we know about that? I've always thought that was false because she's like, oh my God, he's so exotic. Ugh. Okay, no, this is Nutgate. We have Nutgate. Right here. Right here, y'all. This is on August 11. Oh, on August 11. Okay, so she Googled twice. Okay, so unless. Okay, here we go. Okay, we have that one. And then we have. Yes, and then we have this one. She Googled all these 3 things around the same day. So she Googled on August 11th, she Googled in anticipation for her evening with Watts. Kessinger spent 45 minutes searching on topics like how to prepare for downward dog twister and the downward dog twister guide. This progressed to searches at Pornhub for, oh my God, really? Yes, you were right. Yes, and 3 ways with Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper 3 ways, y'all. What? 45 minutes? That's a long time to just be sitting there. How to prepare. Let me see. Let me look at these pictures. Oh. Huh, interesting images. Okay, so I need 1 gallon of Vaseline. Okay, let me write that down. Okay, so I need to go to Costco, it sounds like. Oh my gosh, okay. I need to go to Costco to get this done. Okay, I need a lot of water. Okay, I need water. I need grips so I won't slip. Okay, oh my gosh. What kind of grips will work best? Okay, oh, rubber. Okay, I can get rubber. That's fine. I need to go to IKEA for those. What else do I need? Let's see. Let's look at Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. Oh my. I have to do what now? Ugh. I have to contact Gwyneth Paltrow for that one. She has those little jade eggs that I can use. Definitely, yeah. All right, so the Gwyneth Paltrow jade eggs. Okay, write that down. I'm also gonna need, I also need, okay. It looks like I need the candle too. Okay. 45 minutes she did that. She's just sitting there, right? Hanging out in her living room, looking it up, doing all the research. My goodness. Then she must have yes. Yes, I'm a Diet Coke kind of gal. Yeah. Yeah, she was studying it. Yes, she was studying. She was ready to write a dissertation on this thing. She was going down different avenues. Oh, wait, what if I use coconut oil instead? Let me look into the benefits of using coconut oil versus petroleum jelly. Oh, it throws off your pH balance. Oh, silly me. I guess I need to stick with the petroleum jelly then. Severely, she was doing real research here on this stuff. The three-way Olympics. So insane. He's not at all half Cherokee. Look at his parents and his mom's side. It was German, and his dad is clearly not Cherokee either. Exactly. So Chris lied. He lied. He was out gardening, and he got a tan, and then he told Nichol Kessinger, "Look at me. I'm exotic. Look at my tanned skin." And then Nichol Kessinger is like, "Oh my God, I need to tell my friend Charlotte. Charlotte, guess what? He's a Cherokee. Isn't that awesome?" So that's why she was Googling this. What? How insane. I just read. I love to read. Look at me doing all of this reading. I'm doing all the research, you guys. Yeah. Here we have, okay, so this, see, and this is the thing. So many reports say different things. Okay, so this one says August 11th, Saturday. Let's go ahead and write it down on the Saturday slot, just so we can have it there as well. So this is going to be NK Google's, oh my gosh, can't type, you guys. All right, I'm going to use that on this one. Google's Twister. All right. So NK Googled Twister on this day as well. There we go. All right. And then we have this one. Now we have the location of the 2 lazy dogs. Here it is. It's just, God, this information is so scattered everywhere. Okay. I have that there. Okay. So she searched, this is Chris Watts. Chris Watts searched lazy dog on 120th. And then 1900 hours. What is that? What was that? Is that 5? No, it isn't. 7? Watts searched Google for restaurants near 120th Avenue to include the Rusty Bucket. All right, let's look up 120th Avenue and Rusty Bucket and see what we find. Just for shits and giggles, 120th and Lazy Dog. And then what is it? The Rusty Bucket. Not now. Okay, let's see here. This is 120th. So this is in Lakewood, it's looking like. It's popping up stuff in Lakewood. All right, there it is. There it is right there. So the Rusty Bucket Grill is in Lakewood. Oh, thanks, Shelly. Oh my God, I am done. Nothing but echoes. Wait, what? You can hear echoes? Where? Don't tell me it's my mic. I really hate when my mic does it. Please, if my sound sounds weird, please let me know. I'll have to like restart my software, but it's fine. Okay. So this is where she was, right? This is where they went. They went to somewhere near Lakewood, the Rusty Bucket Bar and Grill, near 120th. So if we put this in the map, what will it show us? So this one, right? This is over here. Over by Arvada. Arvada. Okay. Oh, here. Okay, no echo. Okay, good. Okay, awesome. Yeah, Survey is far. Okay, so this is Lakewood. This is what they were looking at. Survey is, let's see if I can find it from just eyeballing it. Let's see. This is Thornton, North Glen. You go up here. Okay, right here. This is Frederick. So look at the distance from Frederick all the way down to Lakewood. If you can still keep your eye on Firestone, that's where Frederick is like right under it. And then you have Lakewood like over here in between, right here, or like somewhere here. Oh, there it is, Lakewood. Look at the distance. Look at how far that is. Echoes in Chris's head. Yeah. Those are thoughts, Chris. He probably does think it's an echo. Right? His remaining brain cell went from one side of his skull to the other, and it went ping, and he's like, and goes, woo, 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 woo. What is that? That's just your brain cell, Chris. It smashed against your skull, and it made an echo sound because there's nothing in there. But hey, sativa verte, sativa verte, sativa verte. Oh, please let me know. Tell me to stop if you're like, oh my God, please don't do that. If you don't want me to be like sativa verte, let me know. Let me know. I don't want to, I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable, offend anybody. Oh my God, I'm so offended. But yeah, look at the distance. Okay, so that's Firestone, and then we're gonna go to Survey, which is here's Hudson. So let's see. Here's Keensburg, right here, Roggen. So it's actually near Roggen. So Survey is actually somewhere out here. So if Survey is out here, Chris is over here, and Nicole is down here. That's a big distance. That's a lot of distance to travel. Hey, thank you. Everybody, let's celebrate. Thanks, Carrie. Thank you so much. Thanks for the super. Appreciate you. I love the little lemon. Yeah, Roggen. Yeah, Roggen is near Survey. So where were we at? We were at Tampa, and then Wiggins. We have Fort Morgan, and oh man, I already lost it. But yeah, this is the distance that he had to travel, and then the Rusty Bucket being all the way down here somewhere. So, yeah, what were they doing? Right? What were they doing? So they're Googling going out to the Lazy Dog and all this stuff. And now there's this one too. So having concluded her evening with Watts, Kessinger searched on the internet on topics like Chris Watts, Shanann Watts, Ronnie Watts, and 2825 Saratoga Trail. After having concluded her evening with Watts. Why was she Googling this after having concluded her evening? All right, so this is saying that it happened on this day. So on Saturday, we have Nichol Googles Twister and she Googles Ronnie. But she also Googled Ronnie, apparently, on the 14th. So let's go ahead and add that in here. So NK Googles Saratoga. I'm just going to put Saratoga. So she Googled Saratoga. Again, for what reason? Who knows? She's Googling Twister, Saratoga, the day of the lazy dog. And then all of this other stuff happened. Oh, she may have Googled the address for Jim. That's a very good point, Cosmo Bear. Huh. She's a stalker, yes. I can't explain the search for Ronnie, right? Why is she Googling Ronnie, right? The guy who took the week off. Let's remember, he took the week off of the 6th, and she's Googling Ronnie. She didn't Google Cindy. Cindy probably feels so left out. Oh my God. My son's mistress didn't Google me. Nobody likes me. I'm so offended. I'm left out. She was also left out when she asked Chris, "Oh, Chris, son, do you want me to come over and keep you company, my son?" And Chris is like, "No, Mom, it's okay. I just need daddy." Oh, okay, son. Okay, are you sure? You don't want me? You don't want Mama? No? Oh, okay. So that's why now she's upset that Nichol Kessinger didn't Google her. She Googled everyone else, but not her. Oh. Nobody likes me. So, yeah, Cindy is still seething over that fact. Yeah. If anything, this is probably the reason why she wouldn't have liked Nichol Kessinger. Oh, I think she's amazing. Yeah, she treats my son like shit. I love that. I don't like her, though, because she didn't Google me. Let me go gossip with, what's her name? Sarah. Let me go gossip with Jamie, a.k.a. Sarah or whatever. Can you believe it? She didn't Google me. Oh, she Googled everybody else, but she didn't Google me. Oh, I'm the matriarch. I'm Cindy Watts. How dare she not Google me? Oh, that's the only reason I don't like her. Hi, Nikki. Oh, you're so great. But you didn't Google me. I love that you treat my son like shit. Oh, my God. Send him to prison for me, yeah? She didn't like Shanann because she treated her son well and gave him a good life, but she liked Nichol Kessinger, apparently. Actually, I don't know. Who knows? Did Cindy actually know about Nichol Kessinger? I don't know. I'm just speculating here. I'm just making jokes about it. Yeah. Yeah, so don't go back telling everybody or like on Reddit, "Oh my God, Cindy Watts, she knew Nichol Kessinger and she was jealous that she didn't Google her." Yeah. Cindy was in love with Chris. Ugh. Yeah, she was. I mean, yeah, she loved her son. She had like this weird thing about her son. Oh, he's my son. Oh, he's my baby boy. Love him. I love him as much as I love him. We weren't going to her BDSM-themed wedding. Yeah, Cindy will stand by her son to the end. Yep. That would have been the next chapter in all my broken pieces. Yeah. Yeah. My other broken pieces. This is the second installment of my book of the saga. These are the other additional broken pieces. Yeah. I loved Nichol. Yeah, she treated my son like absolute garbage. Except when I found out that she didn't Google me. My whole life fell apart. I told my husband Ronnie about it, and Ronnie said, "It's okay. Everything's going to be okay." And then I did. I listened to my husband Ronnie because he's so wise. My husband does that to me. And that's how she would have written the book too, in broken sentences and just all over the place. Damn, I have to delete my Reddit post now. Yeah, V-Bug. Yeah, we're gonna start spreading the rumors. Cindy Watts was jealous that she didn't get Googled by Nichol Kessinger. Oh my gosh. It's gonna end up on TMZ, everybody. All my broken narcissistic pieces. Yes. Oh my gosh. But yeah, isn't this crazy? Like these text messages, they're all over the place. We're looking at where they were. Where was she at? Why is she Googling this? Why is she looking up the three ways and whatnot? Right here it is. Here's another one. She started Googling it. Here they call her Miss Kessinger, though. Here they're like, okay, let's be nice. Let's call her Miss Kessinger. And then in this one too, right? This is another piece of an article soon after she began looking at videos, right? So she was actively not just researching and writing a dissertation, getting ready to present it to her panel. No, she was watching. She was very involved. She's like, "Oh, okay, wait. Okay, so my arm. Okay. Okay, where's the petroleum jelly? Oh, there it is. Okay. I just need to keep it an arm's length. There it is. Okay. It just needs to be within reach. And then I do this. And then I do this. Oh, okay. I got it. Yeah, I think I got it. Okay, it needs to be within arm's reach. Okay, there it is. She was actively trying to be an expert at this, watching the videos and stuff. Again, why? Why? Could it just be, oh, they're just having fun? Absolutely. Could it be that they were just trying to have a good time that night and there's nothing sinister behind it? Yeah, sure. It could be. But also, when you see all the rest of it, it doesn't really seem like it's an innocent Google search. When you see all of the gym calls coming in, and then you see her Googling Twister, and then Googling Saratoga Trail, Shanann Watts, Ronnie Watts, and Chris Watts, it stops looking like an innocent Google search, and it starts looking more like something else. And this is why I want to put it in the visual, because now we can see it. Yeah, exactly. Nicole definitely reads. Oh, yeah. That's how she knows all this stuff. How else would she know to tell Chris to read? Oh, reading is so good for you, Chris. You know what I learned with those 45 minutes that I Googled the Twister? I learned the difference between petroleum jelly and coconut oil. The coconut oil throws off your pH balance. Yeah. All of your levels are shifted. It becomes more acidic. Did you know that? Oh my God, reading is so good for you, Chris. Now you know. Don't use coconut oil, use petroleum jelly. No bueno for the pH balance. She learns so much from her Google searches. I've never had a ring that big. Yeah. No, not the pH balance. When Chris Watson in North Carolina, she contacted. Oh yeah, yes. I'm like, oh wait, what's up with all these? Yeah, JG, right, Jimmy. Yeah, she did. Yeah, as soon as Chris left, Nichol Kessinger started talking to Jim a lot. Okay, let's look at the next text message. We already looked at this one, but I've been pounding fruit and had a whole jar of asparagus. He didn't smoke any barbecue this time. He did hot dogs, so I did the fruits and veggies. What a boring kid's birthday party, if I've ever seen one. What child wants to eat a whole jar of asparagus and eat some fruits and some veggies? That's a boring kid's birthday party. I would be upset if I was a child and that's what I'm getting for my snack. Oh my God, happy birthday, Jimmy. Here's a carrot. This is all I get? Yeah. Here, okay, fine, here. You get just a little slice of pineapple. Yeah, you like that? Put a little bit of sugar on it. Yeah, it'll make it really good. Yeah. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Oh, how lame. What a lame birthday party. Yeah, smell like pina colada. Like, really? This is what you're doing for your kid's birthday party? How boring are you? Like, come on, where's the fun stuff? But here he is. He even put his little arms, the arms that he always shows up in my videos with. It's always just him with these buff arms. Yeah, so he's like, look, Nicole, I'm buff. I ate my jar of asparagus. And who knows what this little thing is? It didn't pop up because he has an iPhone and Nicole has a Motorola, and I think it's an Android. So it didn't translate over. So I wonder what his little emoji here was. Do we want to take any guesses as to the emoji? It's his arm, and then I don't know what the other thing is. What do we want to think it is? Pounding fruit sound bad after all the twisted Yeah. Yeah. Nicole's searching all of this stuff, right? The petroleum jelly, the twister, and then she sees a text. I've been pounding fruit. Really, Chris? Is that how you prepare? Okay. What fruit? Oh, his name is Jim. Oh, okay. Good job. All right, you're getting more practice than I am. That's awesome. Yeah, I would be thrown off. I'd be thrown off if I was Nicole, and then I get this text message like, "Whoa, you really went in for it, didn't you?" Doesn't his massive back tattoo seem like not him? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It seems really weird. He seems like the kind of guy that would cry when he gets a tattoo. His posturing like a peacock with his arms. Yes. The other emoji is definitely an eggplant. Yep. This is what I thought too. I'm like, I think it's definitely an eggplant. What else could it be? I don't know. Does the Motorola, whatever it was, C3 or C30, does it have the asparagus, or not the asparagus, the what is it called? The eggplant emoji? Does it have that? I wonder. That's probably why she didn't see it. She's like, okay, yeah, an arm, and I don't know what that is. His back tattoos are poserish. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely poser work. I don't know. I just don't see Chris being the type to get tattoos because it's his personality. I think it's really him just trying to not be loserish. It was him trying. It's just him trying really, really hard. It doesn't really seem like him. Yeah, it's a Metallica reference as well. Yeah. Really, the only thing that Chris probably had that was his own, or who knows? Did Shanann like Metallica? Did Chris start liking Metallica only because of Shanann? Or is this his actual hobby? Like, or not his hobby, but did he actually like this band because he liked it himself? Like he heard the sound and was like, "Oh, I like this." Or is it that somebody else influenced him to like Metallica? Because like with everything, it seems that Chris only likes things that other people like. Oh, I only like the car races because of my daddy. Yeah, my daddy takes me here. Oh, Lord, oh, Lord, the son. You want to go see them cars go vroom? The other cars go ring. The other cars go vroom. Yeah, the Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord. Lord, have mercy. It really is just that he follows other people and what they like. Yeah, he had no actual things of his own. He was an avid Metallica fan. NK introduced him to Metallica. Well, he had been to a Metallica concert before NK, right? There are videos of him at the Metallica concert. He's like, yeah, yeah, look at me. I'm cool. Yeah, this is what I'm supposed to do, y'all. Yeah, I like Metallica. I know that Shanann also liked Metallica. She listened to Metallica. So that's why I'm wondering. I wonder if it was Shanann that introduced him to the Metallica band. The Metallica, I imagine. All you Metallica fans, please don't hate me because I said the Metallica. I like Metallica too. Thank you for streaming live today. I've only been able to listen until now. Oh, yay. Welcome. Hugging demons. Oh my God. Welcome. Know how to tattoo long before NK. Yeah. Yeah, definitely the Metallica, all of this was before NK. But I do wonder if he was influenced to like Metallica by other people. Yeah, Shanann. He liked Metallica way before NK, yeah. It's because NK and Cindalulu like NASCAR. Yeah. Cindalulu. Cindalulu Lemon. That Metallica band. I'm not a fan. I don't hate them. I just don't really listen. Yeah, they're okay. They have like a few songs that I like. They're all right. Oh, Rox, I have a comment. Hold on. Reference to a few lives back. Okay. Stand by. Okay. NK asked him to tell her what the lyrics to Battery means. Do we know? Does anybody know? That is actually I'm glad you brought that up because I think that's a very different I think that's a very important thing that we have to put in the calendar. The Metallica. Do we know when she texted him about the Battery lyrics? So we can put it in the calendar here. Cargo room, Chris. When somebody told you that buffoons were smart, they were not talking about buffoons. You apologized to buffoons and you didn't need to. The person meant baboons, not buffoons or stupid people. Oh, they meant baboons. Okay. I would never offend a baboon. Baboons are smart. Yeah, buffoons. Yeah, buffoons. Isn't a buffoon is a literal like idiot, right? It's the baboons that are not. They're animals, right? Animals. When he was at Survey 319. But okay, so we went over the pounding jar, right? Or I'm pounding fruits and veggies at this boring birthday party from this kid. Right? Poor children. They were having a blast apparently. Okay, where is it? We don't know that she actually did text him about that. Okay, so we don't know. Where did this come from? I have been reading a lot of this stuff. I just wonder where it came from. A lot of people have been saying it that she texted him about the Metallica lyrics, but there's just no evidence of it. I haven't been able to see or find any. I think Metallica got Napster taken down, so I will forever hate them. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Napster was the thing. Oh yeah, all the millennials used Napster. Nydia, okay, he said in prison interview NK told him about the Battery lyrics. Oh, thanks, Nydia. Okay. So it was the prison. Okay, let me just write this down. All right, so it was the prison interview where he said that Nicole told him about the Battery lyrics. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Nydia, he said it, but was the text found? Yeah. So he said this, but has anybody out there ever seen an actual text message or a piece of evidence that Battery text was at 10:10 the day of the murders? Okay. Lobo Medina. Okay, so 10:10 the morning of the murders. Do we know this? Do we have any evidence of it? I'm gonna put it in here just because, just to throw it in. We can always delete it later. But NK Battery lyrics. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. Look at Monday is looking very busy. Yeah. This whole week was very busy. Yeah. And when you see it through, you're like, oh wow, that's really strange, huh? Mm-hmm. Christopher Watts is extra creepy. Oh, yeah, he is. He's just dead-eyed. Look at his eyes. Oh my god, I knew that Chris was weird because look at his eyes. Ironically, Metallica sued Napster. Oh, Metallica. Ugh. Okay. I saw a podcast where she broke down ice cream, cookies, and lollipops. I don't know if that's true. Okay. Oh, I use LimeWire. Yeah, LimeWire and Napster. I used to love those too. So much free music. But yeah, we have this this text message now. Promise, I'm about loyalty, says Chris, the one who's being disloyal to his wife. Truthfulness, says the liar. And being dedicated, says the undedicated father and husband. I don't like playing games, says the Twister Olympics gold medalist. The guy who loves to play all kinds of games, lies, manipulation, and then annihilation. And then he's playing Twister and he's telling her, I don't like to play games, except for Twister. Unless it's role playing. Winky face. If you want me there, I will be there. Ice cream, cookies, lollipops. Sounds like a cheat meal night. What a douche. Everything with these two was about core day and cheat meals. Oh my God. Being healthy is a lifestyle, Kevin. I work out because it's a lifestyle. I'm superior. Yeah, I am. Everything with them was, oh my God. I got these macros, Nikki. Look. You like my muscles? Yeah. You want to touch? You want to feel? Yeah, that's a bicep. Yeah, you like? Everything was about this. Ay, 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 Dios mío. Oh, do we have any? Oh my gosh, I'm just looking through. I'm like, where are my moderators at? I have Lucky Delgado. Who do I have? Who else do I have? Is Tammy still here? I just want to make sure I still have any moderator. Does anybody want to volunteer to be a moderator? Just to have some extra ones. Just in case. Not that we always need them, but there's still sometimes some people. But yeah, look at this. Oh my God. It sounds like a cheat meal night. Lollipops and cookies and ice cream is a cheat meal. But their lazy dog dinner is not. Oh, Saberbee. Okay. You want to be a moderator? All right, I'll make you a moderator. Let's see, where do I do this? Okay, here it is. Add as moderator. Managing. Yes. You can review and remove chat, hide, or put users in timeout. Okay, this one. All right. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Saberbee. You are now a moderator. Muchas gracias. I'm in. Thank you. I have moderated before. Awesome, V-Bug. Thank you so much. All right. Loving my moderators here. All right. Cool. And you, all right. You is a moderator now. Thanks, V-Bug. Thank you. Nice. I'm the one that needs to be moderated. I love your guys' comments. You guys are awesome and you're funny. You guys are funny as hell. I love reading your comments. I'm like cracking up sometimes. I'm like, God, we're all just so funny. See, this is why we all get along. Who knows? Maybe we'll someday meet each other. Yeah. I'm here working and watching. Oh, hey, Julie. All right, thanks. All right. I believe that Chris was experiencing things with NK that most people would do in their teens, maybe in their mid-tween. This is, yes, wild time. This is a very, very great point. I think, yeah, Chris seemed very repressed. I think that a lot of his childhood was repression. I think he repressed a lot of his feelings, whether it was psychopathy or just insanity, but he repressed everything. And so therefore in his 20s, he couldn't actually be a normal teenage boy, right? And so then Nichol Kessinger came along and showed him something that he had never experienced before when he was a kid or when he was, a teen. So he got married. He ended up having a family and then settling down and having this adult life, but he never actually got to, I don't know, date other people. Even Cindy says it. Oh, he was so shy. He never even rebelled. Yeah, he was doing a lot of things that he should have done when he was younger. Or I'm not saying should have, right? Everyone's different. You don't have to do these things, but it does just seem like he repressed a lot of his emotions. And then as soon as Nichol Kessinger came along, he's like, oh my God, this is nice. I've never done this before. Well, when you don't have a personality and when you don't have ambition or any thought of your own that is original, you will end up being manipulated this easily. And I think that's why it happened. That's why Chris was manipulated so easily, is because he repressed his emotions. I think all of it with the help of his family, his mom, Ronnie, Jamie. Of course, it's not their fault that he murdered his family. But again, hey, your upbringing has a lot to do with it, especially if your son is locking himself in the bathroom and praying, oh, please forgive me for what I did. What did he do? Why aren't you checking in on your son? Yeah, I understand he wants privacy, but you're the guardian. Like, what is he doing? Perfect child, yeah. Red flags. Cindy is in the Lululand. I would personally like to talk to NK, no judgment, just to listen, get the whole story. Like Tammy was with Chris. No judgment, just to understand what happened. Ooh, yeah, that would be hard. That would be really, really hard. Actually, no. Like, I think a conversation with Nicole would not be as hard. I don't know. I would be making faces, though. I'd be like, that sounds like a lie. I think it would be hard with Chris, though. I could not contain myself. I would not be able to. I'd be like, I'm sorry, but I can't talk to you anymore, and I can't stand looking at your face. I need to go. Yeah, bye. Because there's no way. I just couldn't. But I get it. I'm convinced that those experiences with Nicole included various types of drugs. Yeah. Chris Watts mentally caged and kept him limited. Oh, Cindy Watts. Yeah. Cindy Watts had Chris Watts mentally caged and kept him limited. Absolutely. I completely agree with you. Yeah. I would, yes. Chris Watts was on a short leash his whole life until NK. Yeah, she cut slack, but had him whipped and blinded by what he loved to do, and that was Twister. Absolutely. So yeah, so there is this text message. Let's go ahead and look at the other text message that was deleted, which was this one. I'm still going to see you, he says on the 29th of June. The 29th of June, let's go here. Where is June? The 29th of June. So right when Shanann left to North Carolina, he texted her, I'm still going to see you. Look at how quick that was. So on the 29th, they went to the San Diego trip, right? So not the 29th. On the 22nd, Chris and Shanann took off to the San Diego trip. He came back. They both came back, and then Shanann left on the 27th. On the 29th, Chris texted Nicole, I'm still going to see you. It won't be as often as we'd like, but I will make it happen. Says the disloyal, uncommitted, oh, I'm not about games, liar. You think you're the only one addicted right now? I'm so hooked on you. Gross. So that tells us that they were already intimate. They were already playing Twister. How quickly into the relationship? This was on the 29th. Let's go ahead and put this in there. Let's do the red flag. Yes, red flag. There it is. This was the hooked on you. Let's just put addicted. Addicted text. So gross. Oh. You think you're the only one hooked right now? Like teenagers, straight up, like teenagers. So look at that, all right? They met, right? They supposedly met this week somewhere, the work email. And then by the 29th, by the end of the month, they were already texting, I'm so hooked on you. So that means that they had already done stuff right in these 2 weeks. Who knows when? My guess, it was this week here before they went to the San Diego trip, because Chris Watts already had a butt face, right? He has a butt. Like he looked like an actual, like a booty. He has taken pictures with Shanann and he looks absolutely miserable. Why? Because he's already thinking about Nichol Kessinger. Why? Because they were already doing stuff together. That's why. It was this week. My guess is it was this week. He wanted his cake and eat it too. Yes. And Kay's talking. Yep. Yeah. Word salad. Absolutely. Yeah. They knew each other longer than they claim. And that's the belief, right? Is they probably met somewhere in May. A lot of coworkers had seen them hang out and be really close to one another. So it could be. But that's the thing. Do we know? We don't know when Nichol Kessinger started working at Anadarko, right? And all this stuff is we can't access it. I've looked it up. I'm like, okay, can I look through? Oh, but Anadarko doesn't exist anymore, so there are no records. When did she start working at Anadarko? If we had an exact date of when they start working or when she started working there, then we'll know exactly when they started talking to one another. But I think it was May, isn't it? Lots of STDs. Oh my God. April, I think. April. Okay. So it was sometime in April that she got hired. And then Chris talks about being a rover. Being a rover meant that he was outside in the field. Rox, did you look up Anadarko in the Epstein files? Lots of stuff there. Wait, what? Oh my God. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just like, is could that be why they didn't want to investigate Nichol Kessinger, right? We were all speculating if Nichol Kessinger was probably, up there, right, with the CEOs of Anadarko or maybe some, higher up elites up in the chain of Anadarko. Is that why they gave him a plea deal? So that they wouldn't look into Anadarko? If they went to trial, that would bring Anadarko into everything? Hey, I don't know. This is just me thinking out loud here. This is another rabbit hole. But no, I haven't looked into that. I had no idea that Anadarko was in the Epstein files. That's crazy. But so sometime in April or May, right, is when Nichol Kessinger supposedly got hired. What? Owner is a huge part of the what is that word? Trilateral commission? No game needed. Or no game indeed. Bland text about protein and pounding fruit. Nothing clever or romantic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a rabbit hole in itself. I had no idea. Yes, and not looking into NK. That would make a lot of sense. That would make so much sense. Wow. Well, thank you. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, I don't. Who knows? Who knows if it's the whole company, but maybe the CEO. Oh wow, that's crazy. That's a big payout. Yeah, if that's the case with Anadarko. Yeah, the Trilateral Commission. Okay, thank you, Sativa. Let me see. I'm gonna write it down. What is it? The Trilateral Commission. Okay, nice. Okay. All right. So we have this text message. Let's move on to the next one. I'm kind of just going through all the ones that were recovered. Here we go again. Somebody else mentioned this. I was talking to one of you after the live stream yesterday. One of you mentioned this text message. Sleeping without your warm body next to me isn't going to be fun tonight. This was on the 29th. So for sure, we already know that they were playing Twister. They were playing Twister already by the week of June that he went to San Diego with Shanann. How disgusting. Ugh. Gross. Sleeping without what? How is he sleeping? When would he have slept next to her? When did he sleep next to her? Shanann? Where was Shanann? Do we know? Was Shanann out of town in June as well? If they were playing Twister starting the 27th, only 2 days to say that. Right. Yeah, that's 2 days. What in the world? Oh my God. Okay. They. No way. Did they really just wait until Shanann took off to go and play Twister already? And then he's already missing her warm body. Oh, my sweet empanada. I'm already missing your warm body. It's only been 2 occasions. Of how many minutes each? 2 occasions, and he's already saying, I miss you. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Yes. He would have only been sleeping with her the 27th, not before they left. Yeah, exactly, right? Okay, so then let's go ahead and add this here then. Let's go ahead and say that they were already, getting it in or whatever on the 27th. So this is the sleeping next to her warm body text. So NK Chris Watts first Twister date. I'm just going to put Twister date. First Twister date. Okay. And this is just, right, it's speculation, right? We don't really know for sure. So I'm going to put a little asterisk next to it. There we go. Okay. Look at that. Work email, Twister date. I miss you. I miss your warm body. What? It's because they have so much in common. Exactly. Oh, that's why. Oh, I understand now. Oh my God. We both have the same middle name. Yeah, we both have the same matching bald spot. Oh my God. We both like to see the cars go vroom. This is so much fun. Vroom. It's fun, isn't it, Chris? Oh my God. We have so many things in common. Vroom. So much fun. We both like asparagus, Chris. Do you like asparagus? Me too. Oh my God. You're the one, Chris. Yeah. Oh, that's how I know. Yeah, I know you're my soulmate. I never invite men into my house. Yeah, except for Jim. He actually has a key to my apartment, but ignore him. Ignore that guy. You're my soulmate. Please. Yeah, and the manipulation begins. Exactly. Were they on a trial separation? I heard that somewhere. Who was? Oh, I wonder. Why didn't he call her a sexy Big Mac? What? Special sauce for sure. My sexy Big Mac. Hey, come here, sexy Whopper. Yeah. Or the McRib. Could you imagine being called a sexy McRib? Oh, I love the McRibs. You're so sexy. Those are rare, right? The McRib they only have the McRib on the menu every once in a while, and people go crazy for it. Oh my God, the McRibs, yum. Barbecue. She never invites men to the house. She meets them at parks instead. Exactly. You can't come to my house. Let's meet at a park, though. Yeah, it's so safe out here. Oh, man. And kind of short despite he's 5. NK commented that Chris is kind of short despite her being 5'2". Yeah, he's kind of short. Yeah, look at how short he is. Hi, Chris. Yeah. On July 4th, she was calling him constantly, and he picked up at NK's house. Yeah, she said, "I don't know where you are." She was suspicious then. Yes, yeah. Yes, we have that date here. We have it right here. We have it down as Nichol Kessinger meltdown. That's why I put it down as, because that's exactly what it was. It was a meltdown. She had a full-blown meltdown because Shanann called him. Sorry. Oh yeah, no, don't worry about the typos. It's fine. Nicole is broken as the ice cream machine at McDonald's. Yeah. Need more cheddar. All right. So sleeping next to your warm body. Okay, so we can assume then, based on this text message, that they were already having twister nights. They didn't even wait. Shanann was probably still taxiing, right? She was she was in the plane taxiing, waiting to take off. And Chris and Nicole were already playing Twister. Isn't this insane? Isn't this crazy? When you actually see it, like we're seeing it now, you can visualize just there's only 2 weeks in between the email and then them having Twister night. 2 weeks. They're gross. Sorry, guys. I have the... All right. Liberal cat lady. But yeah. So we have that text message. Let's pull up the next one. What can we say from this? Okay, on the 30th, again. Chris texted, it is going to be fun tonight. Okay, so this was the text message from before. Okay, so let's pull them up right next to each other, right here. And then she says, I have an idea, BTW, by the way. I have a free hot stay at the Holiday Inn. Not sure if you can swing it this month, but we can road trip to the mountains or southern Colorado for a day or two if you want. Of course, Chris is like, oh my God, yes. I want to get bitten by a mosquito. I've never experienced that before. So on the 30th, they talked about going on a trip together. Let's go ahead and add that here. Because now we're seeing it, right? We're seeing it ramp up. It's ramping up. This is the let's go on a trip together, Chris. Text message. Trip together text. Awesome. There it is. See that? Twister night, they were hooked on each other apparently after what? 2 nights together? They're addicted. And now they're going on a trip together, all within the same week that Shanann left. They couldn't wait for her to be gone. So disgusting. Cosmo Bear. Okay, let's see. This always bugged me because when she said swing it this month, makes me think that there were other months that they did this. Let's go ahead and pull that up again, yeah? All right, let's go ahead and pull this up again. All right, Cosmo Bear says, this is weird because it says, not sure if you can swing it this month. Okay. This always bugged me because it says this month made me think that there were other months that they did this. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's going longer. Biggest cover up in modern true crime history. Yeah, not 6 weeks. Yeah. Okay, so so she's saying, not sure if you can swing it this month. Let's look at the month. All right, here it is. Not sure if you can swing it this month while Shanann is out of town. Look at all this purple here, right? Purple meaning royalty, wisdom. She's a queen. So Shanann, the queen, is in purple. She's out. She's not here. So Nicole is asking him, I'm not sure if you can swing it this month. And that's because Chris told her, hey, I don't know if we're going to be able to see each other all that much, but I'm going to make it happen. So she's texting him, I don't know if you can make it this month. And he said, well, yeah, I think I can. My wife isn't around. So absolutely. Let's see if we have the response to that one. because again, everything is just everywhere. Um, okay, there's this one that was on the first, and here being with you is something I crave, right? So that's that other text message that he sent her. Conserve it while you can. I enjoyed our conversation tonight. I hope you have a great night. Sweet dreams, Nikki. This is where we see missing text messages. The one that he sent her before that, it's the one that says being with you or being in your life is something that I crave. Do we remember that text message? Let's see if I can pull it up again. He tells her being in your life is something that I crave. Even though, right, the friend is like, "Oh, you probably shouldn't be hanging out with this married man." And he's like, "Oh, it's okay. We'll make it happen. Are we bad people?" Oh, here it is. Right? Are we bad people? I'd love to be a part of it. There's texts that are missing, aren't they? Are we bad people? What did Chris respond to that? Did he say, yes, we are? No, we're not. Where is his text message? Because then it says, I'd love to be a part of it. A part of what? Of bad people land? Being in your life is something I crave. Ugh. Why would he respond, I love being a part of it, being in your life is something I crave, to are we bad people? Where is the missing text? This is not coherent. It's missing stuff. A lot of people say this text was written by Chris, but the way it looks, it's signed by Nikki. Yeah. Cosmo Bear. All right, let's see. Go up. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, okay. It was by Chris. Sweet dreams, Nikki. Oh, I see that. Yeah. I think he was a friend. They're worst. Yes, it's all out of context. Exactly. It's out of where are the missing texts? Yeah, where the heck are all his text messages at? Exactly. Are we bad people? What did he say? Yes? No? Maybe so? If he said, "Oh, kind of, not really," and then she said, "Oh my god, but my god, I really want you in my life, though. Like, we are bad people because of what we're doing, but the thing is, I think we're meant for one another, Chris. I think you're my soulmate. I feel it." And then he said, "Yes, I'd love to be a part of your life. Yeah, being in your life is something that I crave." So all of that is missing here. I don't think Chris wrote the conservative while you can't text. It looks like it's signed by Nikki. This is it this one? Well, okay, so that's what I thought at first, but this is how I'm reading it, right? Because this is Nicole's text in the blue, this is Chris's text in the red. And then he says, "Conserve it while I can. I enjoyed our conversation tonight. I hope you have sweet dreams." Or, "I hope you have a great night. Sweet dreams, Nikki." And then kissy face. And the reason that it looks like it's signed Nikki, it's because of the space, but that's only because of the emoji. Because of the way that the Motorola texts do it, this emoji had separated it from here. But he's saying sweet dreams, Nikki. At first I read it the same way too. I'm like, wait, who sent, is this Nicole sending it? But that's how I'm reading it. Conserve it while you can. Sweet dreams, Nikki. And this was on the first. They're already asking, yeah, conserve your energy. Yeah, exactly. For what? For what? I'd love to be a part of it. Being in your life is something I crave. And then there's no text message between. And then it says, conserve it while you can. What are they conserving? She deleted her text message and it doesn't say anything. It's out of context. Conserve. Sativa Verde. Yes. Conserve it for our next Twister date. So Nicole's probably like, oh my God, Chris, I can't wait to use this new petroleum jelly. I can't. Please come over. No. Nikki, conserve it while you can. I enjoyed our conversation tonight. I hope you have a great night. Sweet dreams. He's playing hard to get. Conserve your craving. Yeah, what? Tommy's girl, are we bad people? NK us bad people land. Yeah, exactly. Like, what is this? It's all over the place. It's out of context. What's happening? Conserve your craving. Conserve it while you can. Let's see. I'd love to be okay. Being part of your life is something I crave. And then she said what? And then he said, conserve it while you can. Yeah, those are the naughty deleted texts. Exactly. I don't. Again, what was she saying to Chris? That she's like, oh, I don't want anybody seeing this, but she kept the one that says, "Are we bad people?" Yeah, why would you be asking yourself if you're bad people if you already knew that Chris was separated? Yes. There's an 8-hour gap, so probably not. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I'm glad you noticed that. Yes, exactly. See? Wow. Yeah, we're also looking at the timestamps. 125. So they talked from 125. There was a bunch of texting in between. Here. So this is on 7/1. Let's go ahead and pull up Nichol Kessinger's phone calls, yeah? Let's go ahead and pull up her phone records and see what she was doing on July 1st. Let's see. Oh, wait, we don't have July 1st. Oh, darn it. That's the thing. I don't think those are ever released. So we don't know what she was doing on July 1st via her phone records because we don't have it that far back. But there was an 8-hour gap, and this is on July 1st. So right here, right? So on Sunday. That was a strange text. Yeah. So, yeah. So an 8-hour gap. Conserve it while you can. I hope you enjoy your night. Our conversation was great tonight. Were they talking on the phone? Were they talking in person? Because now you have an 8-hour gap. Did they meet? Or was this text just going on and she deleted everything? A lot. Yeah, I haven't seen them either. Yeah. I don't think we have access to her phone records before July, unfortunately, because the police never released it. So yeah. So see this? Yeah, a lot of weird missing text. We know nothing about it. What is going on? We don't know. All right, let's look at the other texts. So there's there we go. Now we move on to the 4th, okay? Now we have meltdown day. Meltdown day. Nichol Kessinger had a meltdown on the 4th. And then Chris says, I'm drenched right now. He says, like to see you all wet in the rain. Oh. My signal sucks so bad here. It might take a while to download your what? Your nudes. Yeah, she's eating nudes. She's eating ramen, right? The little ramen noodles, cup of noodles. Let me send you a picture of me eating my nudes, Chris. Yum. Is that what he was sending her, or she was sending him? Oh, my signal is so bad out here, Nicole. I can't download your pictures. Can you send them again, please? So I can have double of them? Yeah. I have 2 hands, just so you know. I have 2 hands. Send them double. I'll just cross my eyes. No. His signal sucks. So why? So does his cheesy texts. Yeah, they make me barf. Chris went to the fireworks with his friends, so he was with them. It may have been raining. Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay. So they went to fireworks. All right. So, and then he's texting. Look at this. Same thing, right? So it's 6:53, 6:59. Did she text him back? Was she like, oh, I would love to see you all wet too, Christopher. You look just like my potatoes before I mush them up. Right before I turn everything into mashed potatoes. Right before I put my butter in. Yeah, that's what you look like when you're wet. Yeah, like a wet potato. I want to see you when you're wet too, Chris. Is that what she texted him? And then she deleted it? Because she called him a potato head? Is that why? I doubt it. Why wouldn't she want the police to see that she's calling her boyfriend a potato head? Mashed potato face. Mashed potato face. Right? Like, come on. What is going on here? He received so many nudes. Yes. So the meltdown had already happened. The meltdown happened in the morning when Shanann texted him, and he woke up and he saw all the missing text messages, or missing calls, I should say. And he's like, oh crap, I have to go home. And then Nichol had a meltdown. She's like, oh my God, I don't want to be second fiddle to anybody, Chris. So this had already happened. And I think this is why he was like trying to be nice to her, right? He's like, oh my God, I miss you. I want to see you all wet, because we've been doing stuff together. Yeah, let's just keep that going, please. Don't be mad at me. So then there's that one, right? That was on the 4th. On the 4th. You see how fast this is moving? So fast. They're already talking about love and marriage and everything. Ugh. On the 4th, again, at 10:30 p.m. Again, no text messages from Nichol. Where are the text messages in between? Who knows? Why? What is she telling him? Well, she deleted all her pictures, so sometime between 6:53 and 6:59. She probably sent pictures. Yeah. Yeah. Good point, Cosmo Bear. Yeah, she was probably sending those pictures, and that's why he's like, oh, I can't download them and put them into my secret calculator app. Ugh. I'm in stopped traffic too, he says. So Nichol was also in traffic. 112th. Lots of people here. 112th. What is 112th? Let's see here. I don't even know what to put. 112th and what? Oh, look, I just pulled up to your place. So he went over her house at 11 p.m. I don't know. 112th and Colorado Boulevard, maybe? There's a lot of 112th, so I guess not. I don't know. We won't be able to look it up. Too many. These are probably all from Chris's phone. Yeah. Yes, all of these are from Chris's phone. Everything that is in the red is incoming texts. Everything that is in the blue is what Nichol sent to him. That's why we don't see any blue text messages, because she deleted them all. And that's why it's all out of context, right? Like, I just pulled up to your place. So then Chris pulled up to Nichol Kessinger's place the same day of the meltdown, and they probably spent the rest of the week together. So now we know this happened on the 4th. So let's just say right here, Chris and Nichol, Chris Watts and Nichol spent night together. Okay. Right, because he went back to her house, and right, so they spent both of these nights together. Just pulled up to your place. All right, let's look at the following text message. We're almost done with these text messages. You're so considerate. The cute little face. Oh, it's the face that she makes when she leaves voicemails for Chris. Oh, I miss your face. Call me back. Bye. And that's her. You're so considerate, Chris. I miss your face. Sorry here. Oh, wait. 2 separate dates. 2 separate dates. So he pulled up to the place, and then she's saying, you're considerate, but this is on the 9th. Oh, my God. What is he being considerate of? What is this? Considerate of what? You're so considerate? And she said this on the 9th. Okay, so the 9th is right here. Nutgate. Let's put this in here. On Nutgate Day, she said, you're so considerate. I'm just going to put you're so considerate. The you're so considerate text. Why? What is he considerate of? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's see. Wow, good one to point out, Cosmo Bear. Okay, oh my God, I think NK went to a baseball game that night. Again, don't quote me. Wait, which night? Which night? I feel so bad for Shanann, who was playing mind games with her. Oh, God, I know. Up until the day of. July 4th was a huge deal for both of them. Yeah. She would not get rid of anything she could use to get out of trouble. Even she knew she had done wrong because she asked Kevin if she was going to be in trouble for deleting texts. Yes, exactly. She knew what she was doing. I love this live action. Oh, thank you, Sativa Verde. Yeah, I love doing this with you guys. Exactly, because this is me. I have questions and you guys have the answers. You're so considerate. Oh, you put your children in crude oil. You're so considerate. Yeah, right? Yeah, what is she saying? You're so considerate too. Oh. Janet was NK. Wait. Janet, it was for NK because she had a meltdown that he was still married. Yeah, she stormed out and Chris Watts did not go after her. So she had to start pursuing him again. Yep. Yeah, that's why she had a meltdown. Weld County couldn't release Chris Watts's phone. Yeah. Current scandal. That's the thing too, is that they never released Chris Watts's actual phone records. They released Nichol Kessinger, but that's because she deleted everything. But if we were to see Chris Watts's phone records, we would be able to see all of the deleted calls. So any call that Nicole made to Chris that she deleted on her phone records, we would be able to see it from him. And unfortunately, we don't have it. We're not able to because they didn't release his records for some reason. Weird. So weird. Poor Dieter. Yeah, Nicole Kessinger sure is no Amber Fry. Of course not. But yeah, so here it is. She's saying, you're so considerate. Days later, she didn't reply to him on the 4th through the 9th? I don't believe that. Because here's the 4th and here's the 9th. So they were hanging out the whole week. Ay. Okay, here we have the next one. Look at this one. Again, no context whatsoever. Here, let me make it a little bit smaller. Come on. There we go. No context. You're so considerate. And look at how many days later. I hope it's 2:30. You need some rest, boo. You need some rest, boo. Look, this doesn't even seem natural for Chris to say. You know when he's telling her, oh, you're so sexy. You're so sexy. It sounds forced. This is not the type of guy that just says this and it comes out naturally. Oh, you need some rest, boo. Mm-hmm. It's so ridiculous. Oh my gosh. On the 17th, I hope it's 2:30. What does that mean? It's not though. It's 2:20. I hope it's 2:30. Oh, it's 2:20. Oh, I don't know time. I don't know. What is he saying? Okay. So I hope it's 2:30. You need some rest, boo. And this was on the 17th. When is the 17th? Right here. Look at that. The day after Jim pops up on her phone records. You need some rest, boo. She kept it on the 17th, the day after. Should we put this on there? Let's just throw it in there, right? Let's just throw it in there just because. Let's see if we can make anything of it. Chris says to her, get some rest, boo. Get some rest, boo. Gross. There we go. Get some rest, boo, text message. And look at that. And then Nichol Kessinger pings the next day. This is why we're doing this. Because even if this means absolutely nothing, we're visualizing it. Skinky empanada. Oh my God. Hello, Bo Medina. You're funny. You guys are so funny. Her talents. What? Oh my God. Yeah, you guys are hilarious. And look at that. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. There's this one on the 17th, and then that's it. There is no more except for the other one, right? The one where the text just came out of nowhere, right? And he's like, oh. That's the one that we're wondering about. Here it is. Oh my God. OMG. That is absolutely ridiculous. They would freak out at 2:44 p.m. Now, we were watching this last time and we were watching Chris. We were wondering what time he was actually being recorded. The thing is, this text message from Chris to Nicole was sent at 2:44. When we watch Chris at 2:44, he isn't sending a text. Do we want to watch that? Because I don't really know when this text came in. Chris was very much in the middle of watching himself in neighbor Nate's camera footage, and he didn't text her at 2:44 p.m. unless he texted it and then he just like hit send. Like you know what I mean? Like he typed it, left it there because he's nervous or something else, and then he clicked send when he's doing the whole. He's looking at his phone. Is that when he sent text? We need to watch this. Okay, let's go ahead and watch it. Let's watch it together because 2:44 is not when he sent it. We don't have him sending it. All right, what does this say? So, where was that on the body cam? All right, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let's do it. Because this is something that has actually been driving me a little nuts. I haven't been able to figure out why. Why is it that he hasn't sent it? Okay, here, oh God, let me see. How can I do this? All right, let me just do a little bit of live production here. Let me see. I'm going to extend this. Let me see. All right, how's that? All right, how's that? See, look at this. It's 20:45, right? Are we sure? Are we sure this is 2:30 or 2:40? Are we sure this is the 2:00 hour, you guys? Let's go ahead and watch this and we'll see. Here, let's go ahead and watch from the time that he's in here and see what time that is. Okay, look, he's on his phone. It's 20:43. The text came in at 2:44, correct? Yeah, I did. Let's see. Here it is. Okay, so let's remember this. 2:44. 2:44. Let's watch. All right. This is supposed to be 2:40, right? Okay. Yeah, he has his phone.
What else can I do with this?
My detective just showed up, so he'll probably want to talk to you. He'd probably, like I said, he might have you call at the bank and see if there's any kind of activity.
Because if there was any sort of action out there,
his camera's
I would have got it.
Like
right.
we had issues the other week when people were stealing stuff out of like garages and stuff like that, and I had parked my truck.
I had
here.
to park right here.
Yeah. So I could see where someone tried to jimmy with a flathead screwdriver over there, and it was just like.
But if any action would have happened, any cars or anything left your house, I would have
been like right in that area. They should have picked.
Oh, it'll pick up anything coming down the street this way.
You know where that tree there too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Watch, I'll show you. There's nothing on here. We've already watched that one. But like, you'll see this car.
What security system do you have?
Extremely this car.
So he hasn't taken his phone out yet.
That one.
Oh, look.
See what I'm saying? It picks up all the way down there.
That's cool.
He's next door.
Can we go?
I was talking about dispatcher.
What an idiot. You want me to go? Uh-huh. Are you an officer, Chris? I'm sorry. Are you my rookie? No, I don't want you to go. I'm talking over the radio. Hello, buddy. Hey, Sergeant, are you there? You want me to go? Says the idiot, because he wants to get out of there, obviously. Let's continue.
It'll be code 4.
Because yeah, we can pick up cars coming this way. I get anything coming this way and making this turn. So, and usually at night I pick up the cars pulling a U-turn. So unless they pulled right here,
yeah.
But I would have caught her walking out.
Okay.
Diesel.
You're good.
So, yeah,
All right, we're approaching the hour.
Nothing for the rest of the day.
No, that's it.
She's pregnant as well.
How far along?
14, 15 weeks.
Me too, Kimberly Brown.
That's why her friend said it was
Right here, okay.
low blood sugar.
Okay, he's pulling out his phone. Okay, but it's 20:42. He's pulling it out. His hand is already, looking. I don't know what he's looking at. 2:44. 2:44 is the hour that we're looking at. I wonder what his heart rate was at that moment. Oh my gosh, same. But we can see nothing exactly. Okay, so it's right here, and let's continue.
And see, I've got her
You saw that?
leaving out here at 2 in the
Oh,
morning.
he's doing it. Oh, he's doing it right now. It's at 20:42. Oh my God. This is it. He's texting. He saw, okay, so he received a text message from Nicole, right? He received the text message and he's like, it was probably at, yeah, yes, it's right here. It is right here. And he's shitting his pants. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love this. All right, let's, man, I'm so excited. I don't know why. I'm just like, oh, there it is.
Pulling a U-turn.
All right, we gotta
So
see this again.
unless they pulled right here,
Yeah.
but I would have caught her walking out.
Okay. So text incoming.
Diesel.
You're good.
So, yeah, I've
Yeah,
got
he's texting. Oh shit. I'm
Nothing
watching
for the
my
rest of the
stuff right now. They would freak out if they saw you there, Nicole.
She's pregnant as well.
How far along?
14, 15 weeks.
All right, right here.
That's why her friend said it was low blood sugar.
And see, I've got her friend leaving out here at 2 in the morning, I think. So, my camera.
Oh. Mm. You guys. This is it right here. He sent her this and then he turned around and looked outside. This was code. This was code. I'm sorry. No one can. No. I'm sorry. You can't convince me that this was an innocent text message. No. Yes. Let's see this again. Let's see this again. I'm like shaking right now. I don't know. It's crazy to see him actually send the text message out, right? We've been talking about this. So actually seeing it is wild to me. We see him texting her rapid fire. Oh my God, that is absolutely ridiculous. They would freak out and he sends it and then he looks out and he's like, shit. Oh my God. Not an ounce of shame. Exactly. He just saw the fetus. He just saw the baby on TV. And all he cares about is texting Nichol Kessinger. Oh my God, that is absolutely ridiculous. They would freak out. Okay, I'm sorry. We need to see this again because I want to watch it throughout to see his body language, right? Because we have a baseline. Obviously, he's very nervous. But then we see the baseline change from when he gets the text message and then he's like, and then he starts to panic. Let's watch this again.
How far along?
And put up the text so that we can see it.
That's why her friend said it was
This is insane.
low blood sugar.
And see, I've got her friend leaving out here at 2 in the morning, I think. So, my camera.
They would freak out. And now he wants to leave.
Did you go check if anything was missing around your house?
There was nothing.
Nah, nah. That was code. This was code. This was Chris letting Nichol Kessinger know. Whatever she sent him, she already knew that he was in this situation. Whatever it was that she sent him, whether it was the supposed Lucky Charms or whatever it was, it really was them speaking in code. And he texted her back saying, oh my God, that is absolutely ridiculous. They would freak out. Because he knows that they were not talking about the girls. So her responding this is really him letting her know they're not talking about the girls, they're talking about something
She
else.
dropped her off.
Because they know that they never talk about the girls. I mean, let's be
My
serious.
doorbell said 148.
They talked about everything under the sun except the girls. Come on. Come on. No. You disagree. Okay, you disagree about code? What do you think it is, Cosmo Dan? I don't know. I think that it's weird. It's weird.
At 148.
Unicorn Lucky Charms. We are so cringe. I think it's Nichol trying to save her own ass by acting like she thought the kids were still alive. Oh yes, yeah, you did say this before. Yes. Unicorn Lucky Charm and the girls.
That was the start of the video.
It's just Nichol trying to make it look like she thinks the kids are still alive. Why would Chris text us back
pick her up
though?
going
Too?
into
Is
the
it
house, though.
for him to also make it seem like he knows that the girls are alive or something?
And I usually pick him up when he
Then
comes walking
is this
through
what we're
here.
saying?
I pick him up. So
If it was
doesn't
about
show her
cereal,
walking
then
in the
where is
house.
her text proving it? Exactly. And this is the thing. This is the thing. If that's what it was about, then why did she delete her text? Why is there no context? Let's remember, all of her other text messages, the ones that I pulled up earlier, where is it, the ones about pumping fruit and all that stuff, it had her text messages in it. So why did she delete them? Like, she deleted the ones that are, what, incriminating? But she's also deleting the ones with the Lucky Charms? If she wanted to prove that, then why did she delete that?
Yeah.
Why would she delete it? I don't know. Where's the text? If it was about the Lucky Charms, then why did she delete it? If that's what she wanted to prove. Oh, I wanted to prove that the girls that the girls are alive, but then why does she delete it? Where is it? Why would she delete that text if that's something that was going to prove that she was actually saying the truth, right? What do you guys think? Could it be that there was actually text by her and they were never released to the public? But the thing is, they released some, right? But why would they release some but not others? Yeah, I mean, to protect her, but why are they so mixed up? They're everywhere. Right? This one has "you're considerate," but she deleted everything else before that. There's no context. Zero context. And then this one, there's no context either. Where is it? Where is it? If that's really true. Or and this is why I'm leaning more towards code. And it's not really code as in, they probably got together and they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to send you this. And then if you send me this, that's what that means. No, I think, if, for example, this is just how I'm thinking, right? So I don't know, right? For example, let's see. Okay, you guys all know me, right? I mean, you don't know me, but you've been knowing me now for like 6 months, right? Say I'm here, I'm talking to you all, and I'm being held hostage. There's like a man there and he is trying to kidnap me. But I'm talking to you guys, and then what if I said, you guys, I love Nichol Kessinger. I think Nichol Kessinger is innocent. Wouldn't you guys be like, what the hell? Wouldn't you guys be like, what? Since when does Rox think that Nichol Kessinger is innocent? It's literally me telling you guys that I'm in danger. So just so you guys know. Oh, sorry. Oh, thank you. Thank you for thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry. Hey, thanks for letting me know. Sorry. You guys couldn't hear me over the audio. Thanks. But yeah, right. If I'm saying these things, I would hope, at least I would hope that you guys know that I'm being kidnapped, right? I'm letting you guys know something that I would never say. I think Nichol Kessinger is innocent. So then that would give you guys a hint that there's something wrong with me. This isn't actually me, and someone is making me say this. I would probably be blinking and going like this. I love Nichol Kessinger, you guys. Please help me. And so if I were to text someone, right, I'm texting my boyfriend who he knows that I don't like his kids and I don't want to be near his kids. If I'm texting him all of a sudden, hey, would you love these Lucky Charms for your girls? He's like, Nichol would never text me this. So then he texted her back, absolutely. Yeah, whatever. That's absolutely ridiculous. They would freak out. Yeah. So him agreeing to that text message is letting her know, holy crap, something is going down. You get what I mean? You get what I mean? Yes, that's what I thought, right? And that's what I meant by code, not like actual, ding, 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 right? Morse code. No, it's not Morse code, but it's just something that it's out of character, right? I would never say, I think Nichol Kessinger is innocent, or I love Chris Watts, you guys. Let's stop roasting him. Yeah. Actually, let's leave the whole family alone. Everyone is nice. No, Chris Watts didn't do anything wrong. You would think that I'm insane or that there's something wrong with me. Somebody is trying to kidnap me, you guys. Yeah, please don't let anybody kidnap me, please. Yes, I would hope that you guys know, right? I'll be here like, hi, everybody. Today we have an episode. We're going to be talking about how Nichol Kessinger is actually innocent. Somebody please call the police. I'm in Colorado, you guys. Please call someone. Right? That would be me telling you that. That's what I thought, right? And that's what I'm thinking that's what happened. Because there's no context, she deleted the text message. So if she was actually trying to prove her innocence, she would have kept the text message. Would she not? But if it is incriminating, then she wouldn't keep the text message. Yeah, when they got the text messages, they were all jumbled. Never. Yeah. Yeah, definitely wink, wink. Yeah. Guys, yeah, please don't let me get kidnapped. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking this happened, right? And I think it is that as well because of his reaction afterward. It's because of how he reacted. He saw the text. He very quickly texts back. He's like, rapid fire text. And then he turns around and then he takes a deep breath. He's letting her know we are in trouble, Nikki. And then he just continues to pretend like he's fine. Right? And that's why I'm thinking that there's more to this text and it's not actually, just whatever Nichol Kessinger said that she was sending him. I don't believe it. Where is it? Where's the proof of it? Yeah, link text to more body cameras. See, that's the thing is this is the only text we have, ain't it? Do we have more text than this one? This is the only one that we have that came in. Oh, except for we do have the ones that Chris Watts was sending his family and his friends and Shanann's friends. So we do have those. We can also link those with the videos. Absolutely. We'll definitely do this. Hi, everybody. Hi from Australia. Yeah, just like calling the police and ordering pizza. Yeah. Yeah, so that's why I think that there's more to this text. It's not actually what they both say it was because of how rapidly he texted it and then his demeanor. Let's go ahead and watch it again. And then thanks for letting me know that you couldn't hear me.
Leaving out here at 2 in the morning, I think. So, my camera.
Boom.
Did you go check if anything was missing around your house?
There wasn't nothing. It was like all the old blankies and the winter was in the nightstand. Her phone was still there.
He got more fidgety. See, like he was already fidgety. He was fidgety before he saw the camera, and then he's like, okay, no one saw anything. No one has seen anything. There is no movement. And then he felt, this is the thing, he felt better. We can see his demeanor change. He's like, okay, there's nothing. But as soon as he sees the text message come in, that is when he starts walking back and forth. He starts walking. He wants to leave, right? We're seeing him. He's not even on camera anymore. He's not on screen. So he became more nervous after Nichol Kessinger's text message came in. And that's what tells me that this is more than just whatever Nichol said it was. Zawoki said he thought he saw a hearse. What? Where? Where is he? He was off screen for who knows how long. What was he doing over here? We didn't see what he was doing because he wasn't captured on camera. So who knows if he sent her another text message? He probably didn't because we don't have we don't have a copy of it. But yeah, it's the way that he lost his shit. He did. He absolutely lost it when Nichol Kessinger's text message came in.
She dropped her off at 1 in the morning, right?
My doorbell said 1:48. She came in.
Okay. It's not on this one. It'll be on this one.
Yeah, that's it. No more text messages.
This is for February at 1:48.
So as soon as it picks up motion, it like back off. Okay. I thought you.
And that was the start of the video?
Yep.
That was 1:48.
In the morning.
He's ready to get out of there. That text message from Nichol completely threw him off. He's like, okay, I'm done. I already know that you guys have nothing on me. You didn't see me carry my family out. You didn't see the kids. I'm over it. Can we leave? My girlfriend is texting me and I have to let her know that we are in deep. Very, very deep. She needs to go get some kind of, I don't know, diving equipment because we're in some deep shit. And make sure that it's some deep, deep diving equipment because we're in very, very deep shit. Make sure you bring some extra oxygen tanks, Nichol Kessinger. Right? Oh, there's something weird going on with my headphones. Yeah, he looks very anxious. And all of this happened after the Nichol Kessinger text came in. And then he's like, yeah, I'm done. And then he beelines it. He beelines out of the house. Let's continue.
I didn't pick her up going into the house, though.
It didn't. And I usually pick him up when he comes walking through here.
Mm-hmm.
I pick him up. So it doesn't show her walking into the house.
Makes me sick.
But she would have walked by when we saw him.
See, there's no other text message. So Nichol saw that text message. Let's remember. Okay, so it's 20:45, right? Nichol Kessinger called Jim like 15 minutes after that. Let's go ahead and see. Let's look at Nichol Kessinger's phone records and see when she called Jim or texted him after Chris emailed or texted her about it. Let's see. This is on August 13th, so it's all the way at the bottom. Here, let me go ahead and make it small for you guys. Oops, nope, not that. There we go. Okay. There it is. All right. So here we have, all right, August 13th at, right here. So at 2:28, she called somebody. At 2:35, she called, or somebody called her. And then at 3:35, so 45 minutes, right? About around 45 minutes later, she calls her friend Jim. And then that's it, right? And then she goes home. So after Chris sent her the text message, she hangs out work for 45 minutes, calls Jim, and then leaves. And from what we see here, we don't really see that Chris is texting anymore. So it looks like nothing really happened after that. I think the timestamp was on the security app. Oh, okay. She said she was done. Hope Chris packed, depends with his water jug and tools that morning. Yeah. If he was asleep at the time Shanann got home, 1:48, how would he know the exact time? Exactly. And then he did contradict himself. He says, "Oh, she got home at 1:48. I was already asleep." But then he also says, "Oh, I know that she came in at 1:48 because I was awake and I was looking at the baby monitor." So he was both awake and asleep. So he was like this. This is how I sleep, officers. Yeah, this half was asleep. So I didn't know that she was here. But this half, I knew that she came in at 1:45. Yeah, because I saw the baby monitors with this eyeball. So he's half awake and half asleep. Yeah. My neighbor Nate has a camera, might show what I did. Then NK replied, "Oh, Jim was meeting her at her place." Yeah, Jim was on his way to Nichol Kessinger's house when she called him. Look, they talked for 6 minutes. 6 minutes? So 6 minutes is actually a very long time, isn't it? 6 minutes. If she's like, "Hey, what are you doing? You're gonna come over. I'm almost off work. I'll be there. I'll let you know when I'm there." That's a quick 1-minute call. But she's talking to him for 6 straight minutes. What is she saying? "Hey, I just texted Chris and he texted me this weird text message. I think we are in trouble. What are we going to do? We need to start coming up with a plan, blah, 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 this and that." That sounds like it's going to take 6 minutes. And then Jim is like, "Okay, yeah, let me come over and we can talk about it there." What do you guys think? Yeah, Chris pooped. Yeah. Deflection mode, NK style. Absolutely. My voice to text is ratchet. J cover load. That's funny. It's ratchet. I haven't heard that word in a while now. But yeah, let's continue. Yeah, let's continue watching this just until the end, just until he walks out. Just to, let's just keep seeing if there's any like text message or anything that comes in.
That's funny. Okay. Yeah, they're dogs.
They see all these people coming in, they're like, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
And you know it's still live.
I love that part. I love that part. He's like, when he sees the police officer coming towards him, he's like, "Oh my God, am I going to get arrested? Oh, okay. Oh my God." He's so nervous. He's so paranoid. He knows that he killed his family. And that's why every single time the police officer moves, or even breathes. He coughs and Chris is like, ah, I'm ready, you guys, take me in. Oh, okay. Yeah. He's such an idiot. So stupid. Ugh.
How long does it typically record for?
30 seconds, I believe, at a time.
Yeah, I agree. I love watching the way Nate stares at him. And Chris knows it too. Because he's looking back at Nate and he's like, oh shit, this guy knows something. He hates Nate. I'm sure he does. He's like, God, I hate having you as my neighbor. Because he's in there and he knows that the neighbor knows that there's something up. So that's why he keeps looking back like, But notice that he's only looking directly into neighbor Nate's eyes. But he's not looking into the cops' eyes. He's like, you want me to go? Oh, okay. God, what an idiot.
But this is at 148, and then the next one I have is 105, whatever. So nothing, no cars came through, because I guarantee, with the headlights, it picked up the headlights automatically.
And my Vivint said that at 5:27, my garage door was left open. But that could have been.
Okay. I think he's checking his phone to see if Nichol Kessinger texted him back. And then he pulled out his phone and he saw it and he's like, yeah, my Vivint said. But he doesn't care about checking Vivint. He knows what Vivint said because he was waiting for Shanann to get home. So it's not like he's checking Vivint. Oh, the Vivint app told me. BS. He's looking to see if Nicole texted him back. Did Nicole text me back on this text message that I sent her? Oh, my Vivint says. Oh, crap. Nicole didn't text me back. Shit. I wonder if she's mad at me. I hope she's not mad at me. And then he puts his phone away. Because now that he saw that Nicole didn't text him back, he's like, oh, darn it. What now? Is she going to hate me because I messed everything up? Because the police got here so quickly? And yeah, somebody, I can't remember who it was. One of you said that it was probably Nichol Kessinger talking to Jim and telling him how quickly the police got there. Yeah, it's him. Hey, it's him. What else would he be doing? He doesn't care about Vivint. The movie commercial was incredibly accurate. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
As well. It says it was shut during the day, but I think when Nikki's son, he may try to move the door around, maybe when they were trying to get in the garage door, and it probably broke the laser there. That's because my alarm started going off.
Well, I know he said the front door he tried going in, but he had the lock up.
That's for
So
the
that
kids,
set
so
it
they
off,
don't get out.
right?
And our remote on the outside doesn't work anymore. It got wet and the whole radio on the back.
So yeah, that was it.
Okay. All right. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Hopefully something comes up here.
And then he beelines it out of there. I love when he shakes neighbor Nate's hand. He's like, thank you. Thank you for ruining my life, Nate. When detectives interviewed him in Wisconsin, he was surprised that the girls weren't seen on video. He never even watched his video from Nate's. Yeah, he was surprised. I do remember that. He was actually very nervous. He thought that somebody was going to see the girls alive. And this is why I do believe that the girls were alive. It's because he was freaking out. Because what if, no one saw him drag Shanann out and put her in the pickup truck. But if they had seen the girls alive, then that would have been a different story. And he told the detectives that he was afraid that someone was going to see the girls alive on the camera. So that's why I do believe that it's true that both of the girls were still alive. But then again, who really knows? He slapped that guy's hand really hard too. Yeah, exactly. He goes, yeah, thanks, bro. Thank you, bro. Yeah. Bros before hoes, bro. You didn't get the memo? Jeez. Nope. Not Nate. Nate knows that this guy is a scumbag. So no bros before nothing. Yeah. The other one is, you know what, right? Bros before, that's Nicole. You can see a small shadow pick her up. Yeah. Should be hugging him or her light knuckles. Yeah. So awesome. Okay, so the time was a little off. Okay, and that's why, like, when I was watching it, I'm like, where is he? He's not texting her. Where is it? But it seems that he texted her at, like, what was it, 2:42? He sent the text, and it's about a minute off, and so it came in Nicole's phone at 2:44. And then you see him act all weird and shifty, and he's all shaky. I think it's him and Nichol Kessinger speaking in code. Yes, NK is definitely a garden tool. Yeah, there we go. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. I'm like, oh, what word can I use? Yes, a garden tool. Bros before garden tools. And then here we move, here it is. And then we move into the fast forward. Here's Chris being an idiot again. Yeah, we can definitely do that too as well. If you guys want to do that, we can go through all of Chris's text messages and what he was sending to friends. And we can go along and see what he's doing and when he's doing it at the same time that he's guiding police through his house. Personally, I think Jim was there. Yeah. Yeah. So what do you guys think? We'll do that. Do we want to do that? We'll definitely do that. We'll go through the text messages and do all that if you guys want. But yeah, those are all the text messages, you guys. That's at least everything I have. Unless, if anybody has other text messages that we can look at and look through, we can run it at the same time as his body cam footage and see what we can find. Kimberly, he never stopped texting. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Okay, absolutely. Awesome. All right, yeah. Perfect. Okay, yeah, we can do that. We'll do that next time. We can do it tomorrow. We can do it on Monday. Like I said, right now I'm down this very specific rabbit hole because I feel like we're piecing things together. We're doing it in real time, and we have the collaboration going. So I think it works a lot better. But yeah, you guys let me know. I'll put up a poll. You guys let me know, vote on what you want to watch tomorrow. So we can take it easy tomorrow if everybody needs a day off, to rest the brain, right? I'm like, oh my God, too much Nichol Kessinger. But if you guys want, we could, we can keep doing this, or we can just keep roasting. I'm also down for roasting. Hey, whatever you guys want to do. Aw, thank you, Sativa Verde. Sativa Verde. Sativa Verde. I don't know why I don't know. It's just, it makes me want to do Sativa Verde. Sativa Verde. I think the texts are telling. Yes. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I just love seeing it when it's being sent, right? Like, we have all this information and it's all over the place, but when you actually see the text come in, it's like, holy hell, this is it. And then you see his reaction, and it's so much easier to pinpoint it. Roasting is fantastic. Now you're speaking my language. Yes. All right. All right, guys. Well, hey, that is all I have. That's all I have for you today. We went through all of the text messages that were deleted, and we will go through Chris's text messages then. We'll do this. We'll go through his text messages. And we'll continue piecing things together and see what we find, see what comes up. ADHD, I'm the same. I'm up rocks for any time. Awesome. Awesome. They did the hokey pokey. Yeah, the roasting really is therapeutic, I will say. The roasting is therapeutic. Awesome. Yeah. Remember, a potluck next time. Everybody bring your chicken and carrots. If you want your tuna, if whatever you want, bring it. Yeah, this is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much. I love and appreciate every one of you. You guys did an amazing job. How's my sound? It sounds weird. All right, there it is. You all did an amazing job. Thank you so much for participating, for all the information. And yeah, if you like this video, if you like this live stream, go ahead and like. Please share, like, comment, subscribe. And as always, thank you to each and every one of you, all of my subscribers, all of my members. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.